for years. And as a result, I've been able to transfer my proven processes to celebrities, public figures, and superstar women who have the desire to change lives by becoming a certified life coach through my Master Life Coach Training Agency. Millions of lives are being impacted through my virtual and live events and my assemblage of certified life coaches. And I haven't had a single failure when they implement my proven process. This is my way of passing it forward. I so look forward to sharing my life's work with you. A life's work that is transferable, a life's work that is duplicatable, a life's work that will help you connect with people in a way you never dreamed possible. Doing something you believe in so that you can touch millions of others' lives on this planet while you're here. I can think of nothing that I would rather do than gift to you. I'm Coach AJ Austin, an award winning professional speaker, 16-time author and bestseller, and a master life coach certification trainer with years of experience under fire, doing the real work with real people with real lives. I know this will be hard for you to believe, but I would love to gift you my life's work. Find out where I am, and I would love to gift you something that can change the quality of your life while allowing you to help people transform the lives of other people like you with families like yours.
That was beautiful. It was amazing. The
Yeah.
energy is just so amazing. Like even just being in her energy gets you we talked about motivating people, which is just a spark, and then inspiring people, which is kind of like a burn that you put inside them, but transforming people. And it feels like just being connected with her and getting to tap into a little bit of her, you can get all of that. So I am
Mhm.
excited about the commitment she puts into others because I can tell it's transformational.
Right, and that's what we need. I mean, we need realness, and like I said, what I like about her is that she's real. It's not fake. It's not phony. What you see is what you get. Um, is definitely a blessing to be a part of her network and for her to be a part of ours as well.
And yeah, and AJ, I appreciate you doing this too. So I really appreciate you doing it to introduce me to all your folks, all your great coaches, and just to celebrate you. You are a fabulous student, and any and everybody should be absolutely excited to work with you. Because again, we've had conversations, and it's rare that you meet people that not by speak, I'm not necessarily talking about speaking like on stage, but really share what they have from the heart and truly want people to succeed. There's a lot of pretenders out there that are just at it for the money. And I've, as you know, and I've said that you've said a few things to me um, over the years, and I just over the years, but over the time that I've known you, over the time that I've known you, that you're not in this for the money, right? You're in this to truly help people, and that's what I love about you because money comes and goes. It's always there, but what you never get back is your time, right? So our time is the most valuable thing that we have. And the fact that you take a portion of your time to benefit other people needs to be celebrated. So I want to appreciate what you do as well.
If I were to ask you what your thoughts were about the entire experience of you being the first one to successfully complete the online life coach certification self study training, what would your feedback be to someone who's considering this program or someone who hasn't quite made it through yet? What would you say to them? So just
I
look
would
in the
definitely,
camera and talk to them.
okay. I would definitely let an individual know to definitely take this course with Coach AJ Austin. Um, she's very encouraging, it's very convenient, and the price is not bad at all. Um, I learned I learned a lot about myself as well as others through this process, and I hope to gain more about myself with other clients that I, um, you know, come into my life. But this class is definitely is going to I looked at it as investing in yourself, and Coach AJ is definitely the person that you will want to also help coach you into furthering your coach desires.
What was your favorite part about the training?
The one-on-one action, the seeing other coaches how they coached, looking at the other videos of other coaches, as well as demonstrating being a coach.
The title of this course is the One Day Life Coach Certification Self-Study. And that is the self-study part. You know, anybody can breeze through anything. We can do it in one day. But it takes time sometimes to peel back those layers and to actually allow them to be peeled back by these questions, by the self-study. I truly did have to study myself in order to finish this. And in studying myself, it helps me to see and relate to the clients that are coming. So definitely say yes to self-study. This is, to say, the hands down best self-study, because the questions, really what's happening is I was being coached. I was being coached on paper through videos watching this course. And that is what's needed in order to, that was exactly what I was looking for in order to show me the steps. I had to walk through the steps, and the steps were life-changing for me.
Would definitely say that this experience is life changing. It's not just the content, you learning everything you need about life coaching. You have the definite blueprint that comes, trust me, it comes. But the network, being surrounded by women that have been in your shoes and that support you, that are willing to be there for you. This is not just a coaching session or a training where you get trained and then you're just off in the dust by yourself. The follow-ups, the encouragement, the support that you need is the icing on the cake, because the manual in the class has everything that you need. I often look at this and say, don't be caught up on the 1 day, 8 hours. It is truly just enough for you. I've had to I've had to rewind sessions and listen again and listen again and take notes. And that's what's important to you. The 8 hours is exactly what you need. Everything that you need is in that manual. You go at your own pace, you go at your own time, but trust me, you're going to finish in due time and exactly and wrap it up, because you're going to be yearning for more. The insight that you get and you see, you're going to have time to rewind it, listen again, and focus. And when you're sitting in my position right now, where you just done 2 co-coachings, one sporadically, you're going to feel confident to serve your community and be ready. So that's what I would say.
She won't push you beyond where you're going to go, but she will push you where you need to go. But she always say now, with your permission, because there's no need pushing somebody who's not ready. And that's what I like about it. She definitely can hone on to people, because when I went through the class, it didn't take nothing but this long. She knew everybody. She knew who came and who was going to do something. She knew who was like, well, we know you ain't here, but you may need to come a second time. I mean, she just could pick up and read people. And I think to be a coach, that's the first thing. You have to be able to read people. And she will make you face your fears, and you don't even realize it. And you were like, oh, okay, here I am. So
I have fully enjoyed every video that I've watched of Dr. AJ Austin. I've fully enjoyed the content. I have a master's in counseling, and even with a master's in counseling, the type of skill that is developed through this coaching process doesn't exist in that training. So I think it's a wonderful way to build your skills as a life coach and connect with some pretty dynamic people across our country. So I say, do it, um, do it with passion, follow the directions, and um, yeah, dig deep within self if this is what you want to do, because it's worth it. It's worth every dime. It's worth more. Um, and I genuinely believe in Dr. Austin and how she has developed something unique for people of color, but Black women specifically.
If you're the person to want to do things at your pace, but you're driven enough to make sure that you can cross that finish line, by all means, definitely do the 1-day course. If you have family to where you can't carve out explicit 8 hours, but you could definitely dedicate that time, self-paced study is the way to go.
So if there was a lady who has that excuse of life is going on, so much is happening, I don't know, Coach AJ, maybe one day, what would you tell her about sitting still and taking the 1-day life coach certification training with the International Center for Life Coach Training, LLC?
I would tell her life is going to always happen and life is always going to go on. Just take 8 hours, 1 day, to set aside some time to do something for yourself that will move you one step closer to a goal that you have, because you can do it.
I thought it was great, and I actually appreciate you giving me, the time that I needed. There'd be nights when I could, only get 1 or 2 videos in, and no matter what I told you, I did. You, like cheerleading me and giving me kudos, and times when I had challenges. You would get on it right away when I couldn't pull anything up. But the good part was that it was all peaceful and I didn't get stressed out about it, having so much going on at the time, because you gave me the time I needed. And I told you that was like my welcome break at night. A lot of times I would sit with my tea, my cup of hot tea, and watch my videos, and it was my time. So I thoroughly enjoyed it, and watching all the videos and the way you have everything laid out, it gave me what I needed to be able to even envision myself on a call, much less actually doing it. Does that make sense? Yeah, and the girls, like I said, different levels of the people that had gone through training that you had on the calls, they really were effective because you got to see their own those styles. Mm-hmm. So I like that way you have it laid out as well, because everything that you teach, you demonstrate it. Sometimes it's you talking, sometimes it's in the form of interaction on the video. And I could tell that the ladies are feeling their way through as well in different, stages of the coaching. And it felt so relatable. Like, it's not just me. I'm not in this by myself. I know I got you, but I'm saying it feels like, you have kind of it's like a community.
The training was filled with all the information that I needed to start my business. It was structured very professionally. Dr. AJ was, she's very experienced, and she packed this package with everything that I needed to be a successful life coach to start off with. I mean, I'm looking forward to growing more, but if you want to be a certified life coach, I would highly recommend this program. It was quick, but it was self-paced. So I was able to take my time and go through the program, and it was filled with an abundance of information, and the it was very affordable, and uh, I would highly recommend it to anyone.
Hi, I'm Samil Mayfield, coach number one. What number am I? 152 with the International Center for Life Coach Training and Dr. AJ. I signed up to be certified through the International Center for Life Coach Training because of Dr. AJ's personality and her energy. And what I found was her 8-hour self-study course was very comprehensive, but I also was not left alone just because it was a self-study course. Dr. AJ's course covers the coaching process to niching down, to marketing, how to find clients, how to coach people, sample coaching sessions. We had to coach our client. We had to coach an additional coach and get constructive criticism. I don't think she left a stone unturned, preparing me for my first coaching client. And she continues to support me as well. I just think that if you are on the fence or if you are considering getting your certification through the International Center for Life Coach Training, what you waiting on?
Is just do it. Step out and just do it. Um, I can't express enough how supported you will be. The information that you need is there for you. The support from Dr. AJ is there for you. There's a community of women that are waiting for you, that are waiting to embrace you and support you. That if you truly believe that this is what you're called to do, then you will flourish. That everything will flow perfectly for you. If you truly feel like this is your time, that this is your calling, that this is your gift, to just step out and do it. That the provision will be made for you, financially. All of that will take care of itself. Um, and just know that you'll be supported in it, that it's you're not going to just be out here by yourself. You're not going to be alone once you get your certification. There's lots of things to come after that, to help you build your business, to build your brand, to write that book, to start that podcast, whatever it is, to provide the life coaching services. And so I would just encourage anybody, if this is what you truly desire to do. I know that if I had not encountered Dr. AJ, I probably would still be in the situation of not having done it. This is something I desire to do for over a year and a half, almost 2 years. And so had I not, um, known Marquita, who through the both of us trying to find a life coaching program, had I not found this, I still would have not fulfilled this dream. I would not be walking in my purpose in this manner. And so I would just tell anybody to just do it. Just like the Nike tennis shoes, just do it. Just do it. Just step out and allow yourself to be vulnerable and just honestly do the work. And it will pay off for you. It will pay off.
I would say you're here for a reason. Your purpose for wanting to be a life coach, or that's directing you to be a life coach, is major. And you are placed in this position for a reason. Don't quit. Don't give up. Do not be discouraged. Just keep moving, one foot in front of the other, one step at a time. And before you know it, you'll be coaching someone a 30-minute session, keep doing your community coaching, not even sure if you're saying the right thing in the right way. But it's okay because people are still learning from you and you're still learning from yourself and in the process. And it'll all benefit you. It'll all benefit the people that you come in contact with, your clients, and just don't quit. Do what you got to do. Get your coaching number. Stay under Dr. AJ's direction, and just keep moving forward.
Hello, I'm Coach Lee, and I said yes to Coach AJ's one day self taught certification to be a life coach. I'm so grateful for Coach AJ for the time and effort that she put into this. All her years of education, paving a way for us to become one. I had multiple aha moments, but I think my biggest one was that she was able to put it in a training package for one day. And I understood it. I grasped, I accepted it, I received it, and I know I, number 149, will be a successful life coach because of her. Not only my gifts, but her energy, her teaching, her knowledge is helping me and will help others. So thank you, Coach AJ. Continue to do this. It is needed. Thank you.
I would say go for it. Look in the mirror and not see a barrier, but to see opportunity and purpose, to know this is your time and your season. This program is awesome. Dr. AJ makes it so easy. She's optimistic and passionate, and she loves what she's doing. And she's all into promoting Black women of faith and just helping us reach our next goal. She does it in a way that you feel like you're walking hand in hand with her, even when she's not there. She gives you all the tools that you need and more. I would not pass up this opportunity to work with her.
The one-day certification was a great experience. The thing that I needed and the thing that I recommend for anyone who is about to go through it is to make sure that you can commit the time to the one-day training. The content is engaging. You're going to learn so very much. So many questions are going to be answered. The light bulb is going to go off. You're just going to be like, oh my goodness. So the biggest thing I can say for anyone who is considering it and has already enrolled is just to make sure that you have planned your time wisely so that you can be completely, engaged in, the training. The videos are great. The content is great. You're going to take good notes. You're going to, really, like I stated, just need to be committed to the time. Okay. The thing that made me take the one-day training was a conversation that I had with Dr. AJ. We had a very quick conversation. I did the boot camp, and after the boot camp, there was no doubt in my mind that it was the right thing for me to do, and it is the right thing for anyone to do who is thinking about becoming a Black life coach. Like I stated, the content is great. Your instructor is phenomenal. What you're going to learn is going to truly blow your mind. You're going to think, well, I already know what I need to know. Well, you really don't, because you don't know what you don't know, but you're going to learn when you do this one-day training. So what made me decide to commit to it was simply the person who invited me, the person that I was introduced to, the person that, conducts the training is authentic and real and, speaks to you in a language that you can understand, and there's no fluff. And you don't have to guess, what is meant by the content or the conversation that you have with Dr. AJ. I chose Dr. AJ simply because I felt like I connected, or that we connected. I understood exactly what she was saying. I understood exactly where she was coming from. I truly felt like she was speaking to me and only me. Of course, I know that's not the case, but that literally is the level of engagement that you can expect. And so that was, why I chose Dr. AJ. Just the connection was there. There was no question. Be sure that it's what you want to do. Don't have any reservations. Make that commitment and do it. You're not going to regret it. And, the only direction from completing the one-day training is forward. There's no looking back. There's no second thoughts. You will have the momentum that you need to determine, what you're going to do next, with that certification. Now, of course, those 88 choices, that's going to blow your mind. But like I stated, once you go through the training, you'll be able to determine exactly which direction you want to go. It's the conversation about, why I chose this certification, why you should choose the certification, and what would be next after you've completed it. is, like I stated, the connection that you're going to make with Dr. AJ and the other coaches, the content that you're going to consume, and just, making sure that in your heart that this is truly what you want to do and that you're doing it for yourself so that you can truly give back to others. I think that's the biggest thing, is to make sure that in your heart of hearts, you really want to help others. And if that is the case, then this is absolutely the right method to use. And Dr. AJ is the right coach for you. And so I'm saying, don't hesitate. Go ahead, do it.
You will think that you know something until you start taking the certification, the classes, and you realize that you're not a life coach because you're not listening or you're inserting yourself. So taking this certification has taught me to not insert myself, but listen to the other person's opinions, views. And normally, if you just listen, the person will automatically just go ahead and figure it out for themselves. And the fact that my first, the lady that I had first was just basically telling me that she heard herself and she was able to, kind of not have to talk about it, to have to talk about the same thing again. That's a good life coach. So I'll just leave with it and just say, take the class, it's worth it. And AJ's great. It's never a boring moment. So, and good luck to everybody.
Yes, I would tell that one awesome person to trust their process. Know that there's something inside of you that is ready to be poured out. There's something that God wants you to do. There's something that you want to do for yourself that's already there. All we have to do is push the door open and it will open for you. And remember to do the work, show grace, trust yourself, love yourself, and everything will be awesome.
I would just say do it. Nothing to it but to do it, and you'll get a more solid foundation in your why you want to do this. And once you get your why and why you want to do this, you're going to feel great afterwards. Maybe a little nervous, but you're going to feel great. And you're going to be able to move on and have that trust and understand boundaries better. So that's all I got to say. Just do it. Stop waiting. Tomorrow's not promised. Just do it.
I've been looking into doing life coaching for at least a year and a half. I've been searching for programs. I've searched and nothing really grabbed my attention until I saw you. So I'm gonna promote you like there is no tomorrow, because I feel like you have to have a connection when you learn this, because I think it makes a difference. It makes such a difference. And I have that connection with your teaching and with your personality and the people that you coach, watching the videos and seeing the other coaches. They're all awesome. They're wonderful people. And I'm thinking, this is my tribe, So I really, really thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's been a year and a half and this is due, and I'm happy I'm here and I'm happy I've done it. So thank you.
My experience was very good. If you are the type of person that I would say, if is self-motivated and you know that you put your mind to something and it's something that you wanted to do, this training is for you because it's so informational. It gives you everything you need. You won't miss anything because life coach Dr. AJ breaks down everything you need to the T. She will not leave you hanging, and it's just like everything you need in a total package. I said yes because I believe it's my purpose and my calling in life to help other people find their purpose. And I just love helping people. So I said yes, I made that step forward, and God sent me to the right person to help me start my journey. because of the realness. You want someone that's going to be real. You want somebody that's going to be transparent. You want someone that's going to answer the yes and the no's without hesitation, but the realness behind it. Not sending you out there in a pack of wolves and you're not dressed or prepared for it. You know, she's going to give you the meat to feed these wolves. So saying yes to Dr. AJ was one of the best things that I could have done because of the realness behind it. Join with Dr. AJ, get all the tools that you need.
So I definitely appreciate you. I thank you for your wisdom, for your tutelage. I thank you for your mentorship. And most of all, I thank you for your friendship, because some people after the class, you know, you don't hear nothing about them. You know, you go and they teach you and they say bye-bye and go to the next class. But once you're connected with Coach AJ, you're connected. And that's definitely a benefit, and it's a rarity. So I do applaud you and I appreciate you for your gifts and your talents.
Yeah. So take a moment and give me some feedback on the program overall, as far as it being an independent study and a home study course. How was it for you as far as your learning style, or if someone else, you know, came through the training, which they are coming right behind you.
Right.
What are some ways we can make it better, or maybe even offer more to help people through it?
Make it better. I think about the better part, because like you said, I think the uniqueness of you being through the process makes it like everything is gonna be okay. Because there are so many self-paced things. I don't even like engaging in online classes because the teacher seems so far away. But I didn't have that experience with you, so it's like you were able to pull this off. Like this right here is something else on in itself. But no, I thoroughly appreciated the handbook. It matched, it was in order, like this, you're gonna watch these and then it just flows. So I thoroughly appreciate that. So if I was up late, I didn't have to message you and wait for a response, because it was like, oh, just follow the manual as it is. It aligns with the videos. Yeah, so if you're ready, then you need to get with Coach AJ. If you want to play, then you need to go play with somebody else.
I remember that one day training that I assisted you with, and I was just blown away because you had an audience, but people were like trickling in, and it's like they could not let go of a word the whole time. I mean, I would see their heads turning like this and turning like this because I was in the back of the room, and I would see them trying to ask a question, but you were about to say something else and they were scared they were going to miss it. It was extraordinary. I was like, look at this, a star in the making. She is about to blow all of these people in this room up. And afterwards, they all wanted to take a picture with you. They all wanted to chat. And I was like, that happened in like a few hours. I have also witnessed your coaching training by being coached by someone who I had to swear to secrecy. Because you had put enough in her that she was a critical thinker. She was patient in her thought, and her solutions were just popping. They were just popping, just popping. Have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? Have you thought? I was like, that is so crazy in one day. That is so crazy that she was so instrumental to someone who had been a coach for what is this, 8 years now? I have coached an insurmountable of people through their business and their life and their life balance, friends, family, and clients. That for someone to be able to impact me like that, you're doing an excellent job. And I want to thank you for that, because those coaches are going to be out there and they are really going to be helping people. I mean, not just serving, but helping people get, because she made me do an assignment And I would put my hand on the Bible. That assignment, because I did it, because I'm that kind of person, that assignment has pushed me forward in my business. It has pushed me forward in my life.
Hey, you. Welcome. Talk to me in the chat. Who's here? Where you watching from? We are about to dive in. I am excited to see you guys showing up. Y'all missed the pre-party. It's always a pre-party. I told y'all in the emails to come to the pre-party. What? And Leslie was here. Future Black Life Coach. So, people will be joining us throughout our time. I'm going to stop my share really quick and get us where we need to be. Y'all talk to me in the comments. You can come on camera if you would like. Ask that you just stay muted so our background noise is not background noising. Hey, Mississippi, Jada Green, how are you? Welcome. I am here in Hotlanta, Georgia, my favorite place in the world. And I'm excited. We're about to dive in, have some fun, and learn about becoming a Black woman Christian certified life coach. Who here is ready for that? Yeah. Because if you're ready, I'm ready, and you are in the right place. So I'm getting us set back up so that you can see my screen and I can see you. There we go. I can sure I'm doing this right. And still went back to the other screen. Okay. Let's try this again. Oh, okay. Top. So y'all talk to me in the comments. Let me know where you are in the world. And if you're ready to become a Black woman Christian certified life coach. Some of you guys I know, some of you have been here before. You'll see me look down because I always multitask in these things. And I'm watching who comes in. I'm watching who hangs out. I'm watching the engagement. So I got my phone here. And I also have, of course, you guys straight in front of me. So you'll see me kind of multitask. So y'all pray for me, okay? Speaking of prayer, let's go before the Lord in prayer because this is a Black woman Christian life coach certification for future Black life coaches. It's a masterclass talking about how to become a professionally trained, skilled, qualified Black woman Christian certified life coach. Say all that 1 time, 2 times, 3 times fast, okay? So everybody, all my prayer warriors, let's come together, get on the prayer line, the main line. Jesus is there. Y'all ready? Keep talking to me in chat. You can multitask, pray, talk to God. Here we go. Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you. We made it here, Jesus. You know what it took to get us here today, Lord. God, we invite you into the room. We repent of our sin. Lord, we ask that you would just speak to our hearts and our minds on tonight as we gather. Your word says to forsake not the fellowship, God. We're here to fellowship, to learn about how to expand the vision you have given us to help people around the world by becoming Black woman Christian certified life coaches who are professionally trained, skilled, and qualified. Lord, you know the work that we have ahead of us. You know the times that we are in now, and there's no greater time than this. We have been called and chosen, anointed and appointed for such a time as this. So again, thank you for bringing us together today. Lord, we speak into the lives and the visions of those future Black life coaches who are going to raise their hands and say yes to your will and your way, your purpose and your plan for their future as certified life coaches on tonight. We thank you that those who will be joining us very, very soon, God, we just speak over families. God, we speak over finances. We ask that you would break every generational curse, break every negative word that has been spoken to us before we got here, break any word that has been spoken against us, God. You know what was said behind closed doors in front of us, God. But again, you knew what it would take to get us here tonight. And we say thank you, God. Again, we repent for any time we've stepped out of line with your will, God. We pray that by us gathering on tonight, we're back in line. We're back on the right track, God. We invite you to order our steps, lead us, and guide us. It's in Jesus' name we ask these things to be so. Amen. Let me get some amens in the chat. This conversation is being recorded, but there will not be a replay. The recording is for me. So that means Get your notebook, get your pen, get your typing fingers ready. I hope y'all got your cute little glasses or whatever. This is apple juice, by the way. I don't want y'all to think like. Get you something cute to drink, little snack to snack on. Talk to your family and friends. Be like, leave me alone to about for the next hour, 45 minutes or so, because I'm learning what thus said the Lord about my future career as a Black woman Christian certified. Let me make sure I'm sharing my screen because I just noticed that I was not. So I'm gonna come back to where you guys are here on Zoom. And let's see. Share my screen. Oh, y'all have been talking to me. I was like, why is the chat not popping up? That's because I was not sharing my screen. So we are recording. Double check. Hello. Newly certified Black woman Christian life coach, Coach Yvonne, is here with us. She literally just crossed the burning sands, what, 3 hours ago, Coach? Can we celebrate Coach Yvonne in the comments, you guys? She is our brand spanking new, most recent coach number 188, Black woman Christian certified life coach. I saw you when I let you in the room. It didn't register because I was trying to talk to the Lord, make sure I didn't skip that part. But can we congratulate? I see partying face. It spelled out the emoji. Congratulate this Black woman Christian certified life coach. That's all I want to say. Yeah, celebrate. Oh my goodness. I'm so proud of you. I can't wait to share in your success with those who are coming after you. I can't wait to brag on you. Girl, I was rooting for you and you did it. You made it, Coach. Congratulations and thank you. We know you like on your way to being booked and busy, but you chose to be here with us on Tunnel. So we bless God for you, okay? South Carolina. Let's see. Okay, we got some Mississippi's representing. Leslie is in the ATL with me. I see y'all. Welcome. Coach Yvonne, you got some congratulations in the comments. I want to welcome you guys to the Future Black Life Coach Masterclass, because as you can see, we graduate coach. That also means that we have an open space, somebody about to fill. Coach Yvonne has like crossed over. She's come to the other side. So her seat is hot and ready. Coach Yvonne, you did just such a phenomenal job. I just want you to know that, okay? We're going to move on because I've been the whole time celebrating with you. Here we go. So again, to be clear that you guys are in the right room with me on tonight, this is how to become a Black woman Christian certified life coach. And we've done our opening prayer. I need to know who here is ready to become a Black woman Christian certified life coach. Talk to me in the comments. Let me see some hand raises, some emojis, some me, some I'm ready, some yes, Lord, some yes, God, some amen, some agreement. I need some talk back now. I am very, very engaging. And so what that means is I want you to talk to me. I can multitask. I can talk to y'all and stay on task, keep y'all on time, and read the comments. I've done this several times. Okay, Coach Yvonne was on our last one as well a couple weeks ago. So I want to let you know also, for us to have the best connection, that you got to close down all your tabs on your laptop, computer, phone, whatever, because it will lag. So if you get a bad connection, it ain't me, it's you, sis. Okay, well, it might be because I do have like 5 things connected to the Wi-Fi. I forgot to turn off. Anyway, we're gonna put it on you. Accountability. So close down your tabs for the best audio and video connection. As you guys know, here on Zoom, sometimes it helps when the video is off if you're not needing it or using it. But I do want to see y'all's pretty face, even though I see your comments before I see your face. But I want to know that you're here with me because I got something to share with you. Y'all are telling me you're ready. You're saying yes. But you're going to say thank you for the congratulations. We're still letting people in here. So dear future Black woman Christian certified life coach, did you know that Black women are the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs in the United States? Did y'all know that? I read that in a book by Bishop T.D. Jakes called SOAR. And also I read this statistic from a women's organization that came here to Atlanta to let us know that 70% of Black women small businesses make less than $25,000 a year. So if you've ever tried your hand at entrepreneurship, or if you wanted to know like what's the bare minimum, that's $25,000 a year. It's the poverty level here in Georgia. Like if you don't make beyond, I think it's $1,200 to $1,300 a month in a business, they consider you to be low income. And it's true. So here's the problem with that. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to all, what we got, 10 on here right now. Black woman. You've often been told that you're such a great listener and you're easy to talk to. Has anybody told you that recently or ever before? You probably even started to research how to get paid, use those types of skills, and you decided or you've been told to become a certified life coach. Okay, Candace is saying yes. Dr. Kathy, I was about to say Dr. Candace, all right now, is saying yes. So if you started looking into it, but it's been several months now and you're still not any closer to a decision than when you first started researching, what that means is that, hold on, let me double check. Oh, let me keep my earpiece in so I can keep up on it too. Okay, here we go, multitasking. So what that means is if you've still been looking into it and you're still researching, that means that you're on your way to becoming a part of the statistic of Black women who never make the difference in the world that you always knew you could make as a Black woman, Christian certified life coach. Okay, just got to put it out there. So your dream of having a legacy, leaving a legacy, who here wants to leave a legacy for future generations, whether it's your family or an organization you support or your church? You want like to write a big check with your name on it and say, I did this while I was here on earth. This is my footprint. So if you wanted to leave a legacy, if you've had that dream for a while in your heart, the impact that you could have on the world may just have to go to the grave with you. Think about that for a minute. If you never make a decision to walk into what God has shown you through other people by them telling you you're a great listener, you're easy to talk to, that means that the impact you could have is not going to impact like it should be impacted. Okay. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Let me see some amen, some yeses on the tough stuff too, not just the happy agreement stuff. Okay. I see some amen. Thank you, Diamond. So your story, your skills, your struggle, your success, all of this needs to be shared because if not, think about this. There are potentially thousands of your would-be potential coaching clients around the world who need your help as their professionally trained, skilled, qualified, Black woman Christian certified life coach. But guess what? If you never make a decision, these people will never get the service and the support that they need to build a better life for themselves and their legacy. So in addition to your legacy, you're impacting other people's legacy. And as a result, the skills that they have will never be shared, nor will their story ever be told. So if you don't say yes to your legacy, if you don't say yes to your skills, if you don't share your story, there are people who can't do it either because you never showed up. So their stories need to be told, but without you, they won't be ever told in a way that could impact generations. So you see the cycle. Somebody reminded me recently that the work we're doing to celebrate Black women Christian certified life coaches is generational impact. Not been knowing it, but to hear it out of my head and from a total stranger across the world, they were like, this is beyond just you. So you got to think about it like that as a coach, especially fresh out the gate. So if only your people had you as their Black woman Christian certified life coach, and as an indirect impact, you may never meet the people that your clients impact, but just think about it. Your impact is going to continue for future generations. That's legacy. But without you, those future generations as an indirect impact will not be spoken life into. They won't be served. They won't be ministered to. So let's breathe on that. It's a little hard to keep, But got good news. Lucky for you, to God be the glory. There's now a new solution. It's not new. We've been hanging in there over 72 months as we speak. 188 coaches certified. I love today. Coach Yvonne is on here. We're still celebrating. And I want to share with you during today's masterclass and introduce to you what that solution looks like so that you can say yes, so you can step forward. So let's dream about what that looks like when you say yes, when you say step forward, and when you say yes to the solution. So let me ask you, if you knew how and you knew where to get certified quickly, because it doesn't take God all day to do nothing, right? As Prophet Common, the rapper, says, it don't take all day to recognize sunshine. I quote scripture and rap. Okay, I'm a gospel gangster. Just heads up. Some of y'all gonna complete the sentences with me. We're gonna touch and agree on our ratchetness and keep it moving because we love Jesus. We them crazy Christians. Okay. I was raised as a crazy Christian and a gospel gangster. So any other gospel gangsters in the house that means, we know the word and we know the world. Here we are. So if you know where to go, you know how to get certified quickly as a Black woman Christian certified life. And you have that little piece of paper in your hand with the word, your name here, whatever your name is, put it right there. Black woman Christian certified life coach. Some coach, going, how does that feel to see your name in life on a piece of paper? That's like, you did it. She finally said yes. She finally walked into that anointing God has on her life. Imagine you had the confidence, the skill, the blueprint for exactly where and how to find those clients who need your light, the people who have been confirming and affirming that gift that you already know is in you, right? Mm-hmm. Imagine you knew where to go find more like that and coach them consistent. And then you get to a place where you're bringing in more income than you've ever made for yourself in business. Can anybody imagine it for themselves with me? Because if you've ever seen me train, maybe you haven't, this is your first time, this is my signature slogan. I always like to recap everything I just said to you guys with this one quote. There's someone somewhere and they're waiting on you to walk in your destiny so they can walk into theirs. Because as a future Black woman Christian certified life coach, when you impact just one life, you impact generation. When you let that light shine, you're giving others permission to do the same. That's me. If you screenshot this, if you quote this, you better put my name on it, okay? Because Jesus knows where you live, and I'm gonna pray, and He gonna come find you in your sleep and wake you up and be like, Dr. AJ, I'll put that on that quote. Okay. So that's to wrap up what I just shared with you guys. If you are a Christian Black woman, if you have a heart to serve, if you are ready to become a certified life coach quickly, if you agree with all three of those things, talk to me in the chat. Let me know, because we do have people who are literally trying to take your spot. I can't tell you guys how many people signed up to be here, but you're here. I can't tell you how many people did not meet this criteria. They're like, well, what about the men? What about the other races? What about the other religions? And I'm like, listen, Christian, Black woman, want to become a certified life coach, got a heart to serve. So I need to know that you meet these qualifications, okay? Let me know. There we go. I see y'all. Okay, so I see some agree. Thank you. I see you in the chat. All right. So let's talk for a minute, because this masterclass, whether you're just hearing about life coaching, whether you're just researching it, what life coaching is, or you've been knowing and you've been wanting to become a coach, or even if you've been through some type of certification training already, but you haven't been practicing as a paid coach, or if you no longer can locate your old coaching company, or if you cannot locate that old coaching certificate from your training or the people who trained you, again, lucky for you, there is now a new solution, okay? Up to date, modern. It meets you right where you are, and it helps you become a professionally trained, skilled, qualified Black woman, Christian, certified life coach. That's 9 things. They say 8 is the number of completion, but we at 9. What 9 mean? Okay. So not only are you becoming skilled and trained when you say yes to the solution, you are also getting the skill to confidently convert coaching conversations into client cash, check, and credit cards. So if you're that person who maybe you're already certified, you're not doing anything with it, you're not getting paid yet, you don't have a consistent flow of clients, maybe your next step is to write a book, start speaking, get on podcasts, host conferences, partner with other people, travel, it's become international. We had one of our coaches who got her first invitation to speak in France. I'm a part of a global program and I just got an invitation today to speak to 100 global leaders. So our mission is bigger than where we are now. It's bigger than the skill, but it starts with the foundational principles, knowing that we've incorporated what God has called us to do with this skill to help us get paid, okay? And it's bigger than just calling yourself a coach. We're going to dive into all of that, because you want to be the coach who can confidently convert coaching conversations to client cash, checks, and credit cards. If you can use any one of those 4 C's, talk to me in the comments, okay? So because you are here, that means you feel like there's something you need, something you're missing, something that can help you move forward. There's a reason why you're not where you want to be as a future Black woman Christian certified life coach, because we hit different, right? Like our stories hit different, we learn different, we're careful who we let speak into our lives, we're careful who we learn from, who pours into us, who covers us. Y'all know you can't just be letting anybody pray for you, anybody lay hands on. You gotta be legit. You gotta be anointed, okay? You want that anointing like we here. So if you have been helping people and calling yourself a coach, or maybe if you already wear the title of coach because you've been through a certification, but you're not getting paid because you're so used to doing it for free, especially in ministry, even at work, when they discover you're a coach, they're trying to put you on special projects and stuff. It's time to get paid. And this masterclass is going to walk you through what that process looks like. We're going to talk about where to go, who to trust, and how to become a Black woman Christian certified life coach. Okay. Are we on the same page? Talk to me in the comments. Like, got it, Dr. AJ? Let me know. I see some got it. See some more got it. See some got it, Dr. AJ. Okay, got it. Good. And here we go. So today, since we got it, talk to me in the comments about why do you want to become a Black woman Christian certified life coach with me? I don't care about what you brought here. I don't care about what you've been through. Why are you here today? Why are you trying to become one of our coaches, number 189? Because Coach Yvonne just filled that 188 spot. We'll talk about our coaching numbers and things like that. But tell me in the comments why you want to become a Black woman Christian certified life coach with me. I saw earlier someone said that they are happy to learn more. Someone said, I'm ready to be certified. I see you. I'm scrolling, y'all, because they are now like jumbled together. It's not just a few. So we're getting ready to dive in what we call the 15 secrets coaching qualities. We're going to define what Black life coach certification means, because again, we different, y'all. It ain't your typical. I don't care what you've been through. We different. Trust me. Tell them, Coach Yvonne. We have what's known as the Ladies of Legacy. You become what's known as a Lady of Legacy. You'll learn about what legacy stands for. Remember, we talked about legacy already, yours and those of your future coaching clients, and paying that forward. And that's why we're here. Okay, so let me read some of these. I see I am wanting to learn more about the life coaching, but I have always been a helper and a server of people. So you're going to love the assessment we got coming up in just a few moments. Diamond, let's see. I like to be able to reach more people and help them reach the next level in their life. Amen. Kim Arrington, let me get my mind right, is ready to become certified. Oh, get you closer. Okay, another message popped up. Oh, my earpiece dying, y'all. Hold on. Multitasking is what it looked like. I wondered if that would happen, and now I know. So I gotta give us 2 ears. Okay, I'm gonna turn this on. Let my earpiece power up. There we go. Okay. So I'm double checking you guys in the comments. Let's talk about coaching qualities. Because again, there are a lot of training opportunities out there. There are people in the coaching space, but a lot of people don't know that it's important to assess where you are. So this is where I need your typing fingers ready, okay? This is where I need you guys to be ready to chat with me, talk to me, be quick with it, okay? So raise your virtual hand, or you can enter the numbers because I'm about to run through these. And you can also do emojis. I take those. That's an acceptable assessment answer, but you're going to put this in the comment if this is you. Again, these are called our coaching qualities, AKA I call it finding your inner Black life coach. So number 1, and somebody just put this. So you in the spirit. Let me see who that was. Serving and helping people. Whoever put that, I can't find your comment, but that's number 1. That's the coaching quality. So who else is a server, a helper, or a supporter? Put number 1, put an emoji, raise your virtual hand. Number 1, okay, I see the ones coming already. Number 2, who is the strong friend? The strong one, the wise one, the go-to friend, or the family member? Everybody call you. Like, we got 1 billion people in our family and my phone always ringing. Let's see a number 2. I see some 2. Number 3, you're a great listener, which is some of the reason that you're here today. You want to listen more to your spirit, more to what you know God has called you to, more to the information that's available to you today, more for your next step. That's number 3. Number 4, you don't really share your advice or give opinions because, again, you're a good listener. That's number 4. Number 5, you are positive. You're always looking on the bright side. You're the prayer partner. So you met us in prayer before we got started here tonight because you used to that. You're a pourer. You're a speaker of life. That's number 5. I see 5 with exclamation point. I see the emojis. Number 6, you are a volunteer. We just talked about that. You're always being called on to lead. You're always taking the lead. Sometimes you're voluntold. Sometimes your church or your career or your corporate culture, or your community, your family, they're like, oh, she can do it. They don't even ask. They just know. That is number 6. I see number 6 always. I know, right? Like you don't even have a choice sometimes, it feels like. Number 7, people listen to and respect you. And you know this because people have frequently told you, whether they're verbally, telling you, or they sent you a letter or an email or a text message about how much and exactly how you've helped them. So if you were here for the pre-show, you heard it in some of our coaches who have been certified with us saying, Dr. AJ, here's how you helped me by certifying me. You supported me. You gave me a community to connect to. You gave me the information I need. You were accessible. That's people telling you or writing to you or putting it on record that you have helped me. And I respect you and I listen to you. That's number 7. Number 8, you're the educated one. Y'all know, y'all might wear glasses like me and people instantly think you smart, especially your family. You're the smart one in your family or your friend group. So everybody expects you to know stuff. They expect you to succeed. They expect you to achieve in your life. Anybody can relate to that? Number 9, everyone assumes you're okay or that your life is going good. I got to do a quote because that's everybody, right? Look at 9. See that exclamation point. Number 10, you live to give, whether you're giving a word of wisdom or you're giving a helping hand. That's number 10. Number 11, you know deep down that you are called for more. Like if you've ever waking up, like I used to wake up with this itch. I'm like, God, it got to get better than this. It got to be more than this. Lord, this can't be it. That is number 11. Number 12, you wouldn't be satisfied if you died today with life just as it is. You like, wait a minute, Jesus, I ain't through. Wait a minute, I got work to do. That's number 12. Number 13, I think some of y'all ahead of me. Y'all put them in there before I call them out, but y'all quit. I like that. You constantly feel that pull for something greater. Because again, you know deep down you called for more. That's 13. And then 14 is you want to make his name great in the earth. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And finally, number 15, you know that you have got work to do. Again, if stuff just ended right here, you'd be like, no, Jesus, that wasn't fair. I didn't even get to do everything you told me to do. I know I put it off. I procrastinated. I showed up late. I just didn't do it. That's number 15. We got work to do. Somebody say plenty. Like that. Well, if you agree with any of these 15 coaching qualities, I want you to know you are in the right place. I also want you to know that these coaching qualities can lead to additional income, personal freedom, and you finally getting to live out your dream of becoming that Black woman Christian certified life coach. These are all coaching skills. I know that's right, Dr. J. She said, I agree with them all. So I thought through these as I got certified and went through the process. And I'm like, here's what I see that stands out in every phenomenal coach I know, every phenomenal coach I train, me as a coach, and those who are coming to get certified with me. You need all 15 of these things, okay? Because we're used to it. It's who we are. This is what you bring to the coaching space. So did you know that you are, number one, in the right place, but you're now, in a place to receive? You know how they say, and I was about to say the Bible says, but I don't think it's in the Bible, but They say when, they say, the Bible don't say, but they say, okay? When the student is ready, the teacher appears. A lot of you guys are new here. And so if you're new here, you also know that you're called to coach. You also know that in your church, your community, your corporate culture, that your skills that we just went through have been an asset. And you also have been watching others, maybe like myself. We have over 600 videos on YouTube. We have a podcast. I speak on all types of platforms. I just did a list of my guest appearances. I'm at like number 30, and I got to go through all these videos that I've done with all 30 podcast hosts where I've been the guest speaker talking about coaching and building up Black women in business. But you've been watching the process. Some of you guys have watched some of our coaches get certified. You followed their journey. And now you're like, okay, if she can do it, I'm encouraged. I can do it. Let's go. So you want that certification. But maybe, again, before getting here today, you didn't know what steps to take. You've been wanting to start a life coaching practice or a business, but you wanted to make sure that you were doing it the right way. So what I often get, especially in the beginning of my career training coaches, is that some people go through other trainings, pay tons of money, tens of thousands of dollars, spend years to go through these trainings, but they end up graduating feeling like they are still missing something. One lady reached out to me on LinkedIn recently. We both are enrolled in the master's degree program at Liberty University. They have a life coaching process that you just do it for fun pretty much, because it's not coaching. It's all theory, it's all textbook. And it cost $17,000. And she finished before I did. She reached out and she was like, "Now I know I just got my degree as a coach. However, I still feel like something missing. That was not enough. What you got, Dr. AJ?" And I was like, "No, that's a $17,000 investment. Not going down the drain, but for you to leave feeling inadequate, yeah, there's something to be said about what's out there. So if you're not exactly sure how to take what you already had access to and make it work for you, again, you are in the right place. No worries. So let's talk about Black Woman Christian Life Coach Certification, which means that you're taking the necessary action steps to obtain an officially endorsed, industry recognized document. Remember that piece of paper that supports you and signifies your achievement of this newfound knowledge and proven life coaching skills and newly elevated status. So what that means is you're not almost coach. You're not a I'm about to do it in a minute coach. You're not a future Black life coach. You have elevated your status. You have these new skills. You have the knowledge. Y'all just recognize 15 of the qualities that you bring. We've already talked through legacy. You finally got this piece of paper that if someone called my office and says, "Did Coach Yvonne get certified through your training today?" I can say absolutely. Her coaching number is 188. She was certified on this date at this time. Any other questions? Here's what she learned in the training. I can vouch. That's an industry endorsed certificate, and I've done it hundreds of times. So I share that with you, because if you're not just calling yourself a coach, if you're not just singing your own praises, remember the Bible talks about, the last shall be first, the first shall be last, but it also talks about not thinking of yourself more highly than you ought to. It talks about being waiting to be called forward. So again, you're not tooting your own horn. You got an organization behind you. You got a community behind you to be like, yes, she's one of us. So if you've already been coaching and you say, like I hear a lot of times, I was already coaching, I just didn't know that's what to call it. I haven't been getting paid for it. So I even need a piece of paper to be certified. Life is my certification. God certified me. Listen, I've heard it all. If you believe in any of the things that I just said, you can go ahead and log off now, because you are out there playing with people's lives. You out there, putting God's name on something that you're not 1,000% sure he's a part of. Because again, that's why you here trying to figure out, like, am I doing it right? Do I know what I'm doing? Do I need this piece of paper? Well, let me back it up with some word, okay? Because, we like scripture, we like prayer, we like Jesus, okay? So Romans 12:3, it mentions again how we should not think higher of ourselves than we ought to. James 4:6 mentions how God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. And in our case, a lot of us come with these collars and these degrees, other certifications. We come with like, I already know. You sit up straight, you adjust your glasses, you're ready to teach the class. but it's something missing. Again, it's a reason that you were brought here today. So if you humble yourself, like I have to do all the time, y'all, and learn from others who came before you, it makes the process easier. And that's where the confidence to confidently convert coaching conversations to client cash checks and credit cards. Y'all said y'all can use those 4 C's. That's where that confidence comes from. When you humble, you learn and you implement the skills that you've learned. And then finally, Proverbs 26:12 says that we are not to be wise in our own eyes. So again, humbling ourselves, learning. The Bible says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. So this is your opportunity to get the knowledge that you need for the next step. So again, you're not just calling yourself a coach, and you join someone who enjoys what she does. So I do this because I love to see Black women succeed. I love to see us make money. I love to see us build and live and leave a legacy. That live part is key. That's the part where you like, wait a minute, Jesus, I ain't ready, not today. Hold on, let me do the work you called me to do. And then you can impact future generations and leave that legacy. I do this because we need Black women Christian certified life coaches now more than ever. We really launched and picked up steam during the Black Lives Matter movement. We are still within race and religious riots, civic and civil unrest. The world needs us. Who ready? Because there's a lot of misinformation out there. It's a lot of miseducation out there. But I'm here because I look like you. Again, as a Black woman, especially an educated Black Christian woman, in today's time, we learn different, we look different, our stories are different. We're very discerning of where we're getting our knowledge, because again, you can't trust everything on the internet. So I'm here because I am you. I look like you. I represent you on a grand scale. I'm behind the scenes doing things like we have a pool of $300,000 in grant applications that I'm putting out there on your behalf. We received almost $30,000 in value of those in the forms of contests and competitions, grants and scholarships, and just got the opportunity today to take it to the next level globally. Got a personal invitation to speak to a group of women in South Africa. Because they like, wait a minute, sis, we Black too. You know, you can come on from the US and come on across the borders, the waters, the world. It's time to reach the four corners. So we are represented all over the world. And I love this, you guys. I love learning about coaching. I was just reading and studying under the founder of Life Coaching, Thomas J. Leonard, who started this industry. He started a lot of stuff that people don't recognize him for. And he passed away at a young age, but he left a legacy for people like me and you. So I'm here to pass that on because someone needs you. We've already talked about that. And so I want to show you what that looks like when someone needs you, especially when it comes to your legacy. So I recently, speaking of grants and scholarships and applications, and putting it out there, I put out an application and won, you guys. I won a filmmaking contest, and I worked during this time last year, Black History Month, filming a documentary style film that profiled who I am, why I do what I do, and how I got started and what that means for you. I did it all using my cell phone. Okay. It's called The Lady of Legacy. It's about 10 minutes long, including the movie trailer, and it's about how I sought education to help break generational curses. But the dreaded 5 Ds of death, divorce, downsizing, dropping out of college, and dealing with homelessness all tried to derail my destiny of being here with you today as the founder of Ladies Empowering Generations and Coaching You, also known as the Ladies of Legacy. So here is the trailer for the documentary, and then we'll get into our short film.
Dr. AJ Austin is Lady of Legacy. She sought education to break generational curses, but the dreaded 5 Ds of death, divorce, downsizing, dropping out of college, and dealing with homelessness tried to derail her destiny. Can you imagine having a series of traumatic, life-changing events happen within seconds of each other? Rave reviews for Lady of Legacy gives it 2 thumbs up as a beautiful, inspiring journey with smooth transition that has everything. It's being called a film to watch over and over again as you try to contain yourself. This highly anticipated film is a story of strength, courage, and wisdom, and the struggle to success. Lady of Legacy, a short documentary-style film now showing online. Hey friends, it's Dr. AJ Austin, founder of the International Center for Life Coach Training LLC, home to Ladies Empowering Generations and Coaching You, also known as the Ladies of Legacy. As the lead Lady of Legacy, you may not know my story of who I am and why I created a movement of Black women worldwide becoming Christian certified life coaches. It's a journey of struggle and success, and I want to share it with you. My mother prayed for a girl, and God answered by sending me. I was born on November 27th, 1980. I like to say I was a Valentine's Day gift unwrapped and delivered on Thanksgiving that same year. I'm the eldest and only girl of 3, born to a teenage mother who named me Andrika, which is feminine for Andrew, my father, who passed away recently but was never part of my life. My name is Greek, meaning strong and courageous, and I am that and more. Despite growing up in small town Douglasville, Georgia, living in low-income housing, on government assistance, and having been surrounded by the sad reality of poverty most of my life. Against the odds, I graduated high school in the top 5% of my class and received 6 figures in scholarships and was accepted into the honors program as a psychology major at Clark Atlanta University, where I made a vow to God to help others as I helped myself heal. I was disappointed to learn that the additional funding I needed to complete my college education had dried up, so I dropped out and I got a job. I also got married, and we got evicted. And for the first time in my life, I dealt with homelessness, sleeping in my car, in shelters, guest bedrooms, pull-out couches, and on the floors of family and friends. We separated, and I went on to live in a converted prison turned transitional housing for the working poor. On April 14th, 2008, I attended the divorce trial that officially ended my 5-year marriage. I remember getting on the elevator to leave and seeing my ex-husband for the last time, as I was on the phone with my cousin who had just told me that my mom had just passed away. Can you imagine facing 2 traumatic, life-changing events within seconds of each other? Then my corporate job downsized. And I decided to receive that as my metaphorical pink permission slip to finally live out my dream of entrepreneurship. And I decided to take control of my destiny. A friend encouraged me to become a facilitator for Dove and host seminars for girls and their moms, teaching them how to start a dialogue about beauty and self-esteem. I then wrote a best-selling empowerment book for girls. I grew my brand and gained recognition for my work to where other women requested my help too. My business and personal development journey led me to a Black lady life coach with impactful insight, and I spent the next few years getting my life together. But I still felt like I needed permission to do greater things with my life. A friend told me about a local life coach certification training intensive, and I thought, here's my chance to finally help people in a much bigger way. I was so desperate to go, I was willing to sleep in my car. But I didn't have to because this same friend paid for my hotel stay and wouldn't let me pay her back. And she paid for my training tuition. I paid her back for that though. On April 27, 2013, my dad's birthday, I became an internationally recognized, certified personal life coach, and I knew I wanted to work with Black women of faith on a deeper level as I coached them into building their business brands. Every day since my certification, I have dedicated my days to learning in an effort to master this ministry. The mere existence of the life coaching industry as a mental health alternative to counseling, and I didn't need a college degree or to take on hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt to become a coach, was all the motivation and permission I needed to give myself to scratch the itch and serve greater in my purpose. I prayed, and I had my business prayed over by a Black Christian multimillionaire family. While doing all of this, and 15 years from when I first started, I re-enrolled in school, had gallstone surgery, took online classes with no Wi-Fi at home, so I sat in my car outside restaurant parking lots and in local cafes and borrowed their Wi-Fi. I ate at local food banks and soup kitchens, had my car repossessed, buried family members, lost friends, and made my first F. I was also awarded Outstanding Student, wrote my second best-selling book, and graduated Mercer University with a degree in training and development, and that same promise in my heart to heal and help others do the same. 1 week after graduation, I was invited to become a master life coach trainer with the same organization that certified me as a life coach. This is where I trained 110 certified life coaches from all over North America. When the partnership ended, I lost my home and was living in an office space when friends, fans, and followers encouraged me to create my own life coach certification and training company. At the height of a global pandemic, an economic shutdown, civic and civil unrest, and race and religious riots, combining my story with my skills, the International Center for Life Coach Training LLC was born, teaching African American women how to become a professionally trained, skilled, qualified Black woman Christian certified life coach. As African American women make up less than 9% of the life coaching industry, but 100% of people inside and outside of our community can use our services. To date, we have successfully superseded sales goals and trained hundreds of Black women Christian certified life coaches worldwide, who are now known as the Ladies of Legacy. Throughout the years, my delivery of one-on-one private life coaching sessions, group coaching sessions, classes, workshops, speaking engagements, training events, books, and podcasts has impacted ministries and created a movement. Our work has been featured in magazines and endorsed through partnerships, and I have served, shared the stage, and certified celebrity coaches. To acknowledge my decades of working and serving in ministry, I recently received an honorary doctoral degree in Christian psychology. This all came together to help me live my life through longevity as a lady of legacy.
My journey has been amazing. So just in a nutshell, I've made over $3,000 in 2 weeks. I've now secured 8 clients. Who does it? Somebody does it, I guess. I did. God did. Amazing. I can't say anything more than that. Amazing.
Amazing. So who here can resonate anything that was just shared with you as a future Black life coach, aka Lady of Legacy? Did you see yourself in any part of the story? Can you relate to anything that I've gone through? What got us here? What tried to stop us from getting here? What was your takeaway from the Lady of Legacy documentary? Can you see yourself holding up your certificate like Coach Andrea? She's a pastor. 2 weeks after she got certified, she brought in her first $3,000. her first 8 coaching clients. And then she closed the book and said, okay, now let me focus on coaching them. And then I'll come back for more. She said she has her coaching Bible. I didn't even know what mine is. Oh, my coaching Bible is in front of me. Coach Yvonne might have her coaching Bible. But we have a handbook. This is what it looks like, bound up and printed out. But it's a lot of pages. We'll talk about that later. But Coach Andrea says that's her coaching Bible. So she has the answer. She can go back to time and time again. Okay. I see some yes, ma'am. Can definitely relate. I can relate. Love it. Can relate. Inspiring story. So blessed to meet you. Congratulations. Very inspiring. Go, Dr. AJ. Congratulations, Lady of Legacy. Thank you for your story. Amazing. Thank you, guys. Continue to put your takeaways from Lady of Legacy because that's what it's about. That's been the theme of our time together so far. Being and becoming a Lady of Legacy. Now, it's different to become one. It's also different to be one. That's a whole nother training, okay? So let me show you what comes next. So as you can see in my story, I decided. Like I literally made a decision that this is where deciding to become a certified personal life coach came in, and it saved my life. It changed my life. And it's why I'm here today. And it's stories like this, mine, Coach Andrea that you met. This is another Coach Andrea, and she's sharing her story. And she says the training for her opened her eyes to what coaching is and what it is not. So a lot of people don't know what coaching is not. It has added additional tools to my toolkit that are invaluable. I am truly happy that I invested in myself and the future of my business by taking the Black Woman Christian Life Coach Certification Training. Coach Andrea, that beautiful bald dome right there, she is an alopecia coach. She works directly with women who have lost their hair, and she coaches them. So she uses her certification to do just that. And so it's a really cool skill that you learn when you become a coach. And again, it's deeper than just calling yourself a coach. And it's about being a coach, not just, thinking you're sharing your opinion or giving advice or teaching and training and telling people what to do. It's not that. That's not coaching. And we're going to talk a little bit about that coming up. But a little bit more about me, because I realize some of you guys are new. And even if you've been here a while, you probably didn't know that since the age of 14, I have held a total of 23 part-time and full-time jobs. Your girl be working. And I have had countless volunteer and leadership positions with my church and my community, with my corporations that I've worked for and with. And with a few of the most recent ones being Facebook. Yep, Meta herself. I'm on several of their teams in the back end user research. So we're talking through how the platform works to help Black businesses build their businesses and communicate with our coaches. We use Facebook Messenger in their whole, what they call ecosystem. So I have a different version of Facebook than everybody else when they re-up and upgrade, about to make some changes. I'm also a part of their leaders network, and we're one of their featured business stories. We'll talk a little bit about that coming up as well. The Public Gardens Association, the Small Business Administration, Fiverr, the Brunner Business Institute, BBI, all of these organizations I have partnered with over time. They have personally reached out to me, invited me to speak as a coach here in the Atlanta area and online, and funded that event, whether they purchased books for the people who came, paid me as a speaker. A lot of people signed up to become our coaches from these events. So it's so interesting and inspiring to see how your legacy as a coach circulate throughout time. BBI, Bronner Business Institute, those are the men you saw praying over me. How many know the Bronner brothers, like the men, the family who actually makes the Black hair care products? They were the ones praying over my business, the entire line of brothers. And then the other brother, there was one that wasn't there, Bishop Dale Bronner. He has a cathedral and a training center here in Atlanta. And they're the ones that have called me over 5 times to come teach a class about growing your business online. And some of their attendees have come to train with me. It's also a program that I went through from another organization as I was new in business and became the poster child for that program. And so just to see how God orders your steps, how he puts people in your path to help you get where you're supposed to go. And you look up and people like the Herndon Foundation, which is one of the first millionaire Black families here in Atlanta, reach out They reached out to me, invited me to be the keynote speaker for their graduation of future millionaires, which was an honor. So to be tied in with money, ministry, mindset, marketing, manifestation, all the M's, okay? That's what I call my fivefold ministry. We got money, marketing, manifestation, mindset, ministry. And I have coaches in all of these areas and a network that represents what that looks like when you put that fivefold ministry into action. So yes, you can marry money and ministry, okay? It's a safe space to talk about money and ministry here. And then recently, the Attention Deficit Disorder Association, ADD.org, reached out to invite me to come speak to their coaches because of how strategic and structured I am in my work and how our brains, I don't have ADD or ADHD, I'm not self-diagnosed, specially diagnosed. I'm type A. So I like things in order and in decency and in order, like the Bible talks about. But I wrote a book on how to be successfully self-employed, which, by the way, we're also the magazine cover feature. I'll show y'all that in a minute for the National Association for the Self-Employed. They put us on the front cover because we are successfully self-employed and teaching other people how to do that. And so because of how I work and because of the type of people we work with, we have coaches who have gone through our training, who have ADD, ADHD, adult diagnosed. We have people with glaucoma, multiple sclerosis. I can't even think of it. I know several of our coaches had COVID when it first came out. Y'all remember when COVID first came out and you couldn't go nowhere? Well, some of our coaches took that time to self-quarantine and finish their life coach certification with us. So that was a big deal. So I'm excited about that because it shows you what you're able to do. So as your Master Life Coach Certification trainer, Dr. AJ Austin, we run a multi-six-figure business. We have, as of today, I got to update that number, 188 Black women Christian certified life coaches. I have written and authored 16 books. Yep, you can Google me, find them all online. Data ministries, data media. I am a producer. I produce the documentary you just seen as the writer, the director, what else? The editor, the producer. And then we have another portion of the media company where we do our videos, our books, and so many other productions, if you will. We're actually this time tomorrow going to be a part of a 2-day event and bringing the skills. And so it's a lot that goes into what I do to certify coaches, plus, you know, being a coach. And I teach you guys what I do. I'm walking it with you. I'm in the trenches with you. So blacklifecoachradio.com is one of my podcasts. In addition to me doing podcasts, guest speaking opportunities, Black Life Coach TV is the podcast / Facebook Live version where all our 600 plus videos live, all about becoming a professionally trained, skilled, qualified Black woman Christian certified life coach. Doctoral level documentary style film you guys just watched, Lady of Legacy, and you can see yourself in that story, right? And then 25,000, we're over that, but within the last year, we've received over $25,000 in value worth of debt-free, non-traditional funding for our business, meaning grants, contests, scholarships, competitions, giveaways. We just won a $1,500 scholarship, which is why we're here today. They paid your tuition to be here. So they'll be happy that you showed up. How many on here with us? 12 of you. So we use it to fund opportunities like this to give back. That's what my ministry is all about, coming back to get you. I've been called the Harriet Tubman of the industry. Like, you go and learn and you come back and get your people. I've been called Noah. I've been called a lot of good things. I'll take it. And so when I learn, I bring it back to you and show you how it works. And then $15,000 in scholarships we just gave away over the last, I would say, 3 months or so. And this helped women pay for their tuition partially to join us as a Black woman Christian certified life coach. So out of that 25K, 15K, you know, is the reason we could get it away. So I'm excited to see how my ministry impacts others and teach others how to do the same, which is why we are here. And so because we are here, I want to keep showing you guys the way. You see, you know, the whole As Seen On feature at the bottom. These are all the organizations I've been affiliated with. Some you may recognize. Some are behind some major productions online and offline. And to be the go-to person because of the work we're doing here in the ministry, in the world, in the gospel of Jesus Christ, y'all, we get to show up on platforms that usually don't want to talk about race and religion. And I'm like, well, that's what I stand on, being Black and being Christian. You want me? Here's my fee. So that's what I teach you how to do as well. But it all started with this little piece of paper right here. This is my life coach certification. So back in 2013, y'all heard me talk about that on the documentary. I took this little piece of paper, a 2-day training intensive. I studied my notes from that class. I reread the training manual. I read tons of books. I watched DVDs, online videos. I listened to countless cassette tapes that tell you how a minute ago that was. We in our decade era right here. I had CDs and audiobooks. I would attend any special event, conference, summit, panel, symposium, teleconference, webinar, seminar, anything I could get my hands on, anything I could get access to. I was there. I had snuck in back doors. I had just walked through doors. I had signed up to volunteer. I just wanted to be in the place. And what I learned, that plus that framed piece of paper on my home office wall, all of that gave me exactly what I needed to start my new journey as a certified life coach. How many of you guys can see your name on a piece of paper like that? Like in life, giving you permission to just go do it. You got it. Talk to me in the comments. Can you see your name on certified life coach on your wall? Because if you can, let me show you this really quick. We got coffee mugs, we got t-shirts, and this is me in what I call the Honda. I drive a 2-seater Honda sports car. She's the collector's edition. We get offers to buy her all the time. I love when I ride through the city of Atlanta and guys just admire her and me. And they be like, hey, Red. And I be like, you talking to me in a car? Because she is red. But either way, me and Red, her name is Red. We're riding through the city happy. So this is me coming from one of our vendors here in Atlanta who prints our t-shirts and some of our marketing promotional materials, from a hat to, I don't know why she made me a beer mug. I don't drink beer. I got markers in it right now. So we're behind my laptop. And then a water bottle, which was so cute. So I love that we have merchandise because you can do that as well. And what that represents is other streams of income in our coaching business, in addition to the payments that we receive. You probably already see that on your screen. This is a screenshot from one of our PayPal accounts showing, let's see if it'll circle it for you. It is over $112. I can't see it because I'm trying to multitask and it ain't doing it for me. Hold on, let me see if I can read it with y'all. It's real little. $113,941.38. Did I get that right, y'all? I really can't see that number. If you see it, put it in the comments and talk to me. Can you see that amount in your account? I just need to know real quick because this is where it starts. So I personally have grown from just being a certified life coach. I have taken you guys on my journey of where I came from, how it started, what I did since then, what brought me here, what's keeping me here, how I show up, how I keep going, why I keep going, who I do this for. I'm sharing with you what I know, right? And so because of that, let me go back. I went from just being certified to a master life coach certification trainer to now we are the certifying body for Black Christian women in the life coach certification space. Now we're in the top 10% of the life coaching industry earners, me and my crew, and we are providing insider insight, which means I'm here with you. I didn't guess this stuff. I didn't just read a book about it. I didn't just take a class about it. I live this. I heard a guy yesterday said, I'm not a guru, I'm a guru because I do this. And it cracked me up because it's true. I do this. And so sharing what I know, bringing it back to you as the lead lady of legacy, this is just, one of the streams of income from coaching that is possible. And so after this masterclass, you will also have the opportunity to do this as well, but in much less time than it took me. Y'all saw my journey. I've been certified for over 10 years, been training for the last about 7 or so. And so I don't want that to take you that long. So when you follow my model, you cut your time and it ain't even half. It's just a little fraction of that 10 years, okay? So again, this is an additional income stream of marketing merchandise where our clients, when they graduate, they order their shirts, their hats, they drink out of our mugs on camera. So they are promoting. Let's see, I got my mug here today. So I keep this on my desk for when I go live. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I'm always on camera promoting the brand, and to know that our other coaches are promoting and telling people, hey, I got certified and here is where. that is a part of that stream of income to help market our coaching. And you can do the same thing. Your client can wear your branded merch, as the kids say, to help market your coaching company. And again, these are additional streams of income, plus doing things like what I've talked about, speaking on live or online stages, coaching one-on-one or in a group setting, which is usually 2 or more people, doing trainings and summits and conferences, having your own monthly memberships or mentorships, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Can you guys see yourself doing that? Thank you, Leslie, for putting the number. You know the number, girl. Leslie's one of our future Black life coaches as well. Diamond says, I can see my name. Candace says, I can. Yes, I see y'all. Yes, okay. So if you can see yourself on stages and coaching in groups and doing trainings, let me know. Talk to me in the comments. All right, so let me show you what it looked like in the beginning, because some people think like, oh, well, you are who you are. You got that. People have actually said that you already got the credentials. You already do. This is not where it started, okay? Here's where it started. In the back of a honey baked ham, and I'm vegan. Can you imagine sitting there smelling ham? I know what ham tastes like. I just eat vegetables now. So me and my coaching client, she was the first coaching client straight out of life coach certification. We were one-on-one coaching. I had her laptop, my laptop. She had her notebook. I had my training notes. I told y'all I took those notes literally from class and brought them to my first coaching session. She let me experiment on her, try out the different modes of coaching. And I realized what my style was. And it wasn't just one-on-one coaching. It's the reason we're here today in a group. Okay. I love that I can say it one time and be done. Okay. Candace says, absolutely, I have done it for companies, so it's time to do it for myself and others. Amen. Leslie says, on stage and print. Most definitely. I know that's right. Yes, y'all can see it. You can see your name and lights and on stages. Coaching can be delivered in those ways. I'm about to list about 8 different ways as a coach you can deliver coaching. Y'all ready? If you're ready, talk to me and let me know. Number 1, coaching comes, of course, in person. That's what you see me doing here. Number 2, you can coach by video. Did you know that? That's what I'm doing right now. Number 3, you can do by phone. If we just wanted to, turn off our cameras and talk on Zoom audio, we can do that and you can still get coaching done. Number 3, that was by phone. Number 4, audio. So within the Facebook ecosystem, they have Facebook Messenger. You can literally hit record and talk. And that's what I do with some of my coaches, especially when they're encouraging to be like, let's go through this class. Let's get this training done, ma'am. You signed up, you raised your hand, you said yes. You told God you was gonna do this. You was for real this time. You're gonna stop putting it off for someday. So we get that done through audio, that encouragement. Number 5 is text. Yes, you can coach through text, but you got to know what you're doing, be good, be focused. I've seen boxer coaching, which is a little walkie-talkie on your phone where you go back and forth with a coach and the client. Coaching by email is number 6. That's possible. I do that as well. We have a monthly mentorship where emails are delivered and it's a coaching program. Number 7, in books. Leslie says she can see herself in print. Well, you can coach through your books. I'm trying to see if I have, well, this is one of my latest books. 200 plus pages that I had bound as well. And this is all about how I got that 25,000 plus in grant, 300,000 plus in grant applications out there and still winning. I put it in the book. I'm coaching in the book. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's here. We got several books. I showed y'all the 16 books because you can coach in print, ebook, audio book. I've done it all. Digital, print. I got some videos and pictures out there. Me in the studio look like I'm rapping with the headphones on. I'm just reading my book on audio, putting it on Audible. And then finally, number 8, classes, trainings, workshop courses, and digital products, which this tonight represents all of them. I can take this and make it into a class, which I have. I can make it into a book, which I have. I can make it into a live workshop, a longer workshop, of course, a digital product, which I have. So all of this is possible. When you get certified as a coach, you can go from one-on-one, delivering your services like this, and at a grander scale. And so again, in the picture, you see me and my first coaching client. She was a nonprofit organization leader who is now taking what she learned in that session and many more, because we did 12 sessions together, where I tested all these out: in person, video, phone, audio, text, email, book, classes. She loved all of it. I got to choose my style. And so now what she learned during our time together, she now uses that to impact her community. She's using the impact of her coaching sessions with me to advocate for social change in her community. So she was able to expand her voice for those she believed in, which is youth. So we certify a lot of coaches who want to work with young people. And so the clarity that she got from our sessions helped her to do just that. So I'm excited to know this is where it started. We started from the bottom. Now, here, hey, Prophet Drake. I told you I was going to quote a little bit of rap. Okay, here we go. So group coaching. This is one of my favorites. These are my very first two group coaching clients. The lady on the left, she is Patty. She's not light skinned. She's a white lady. She's my favorite person in my hometown, Douglasville, Georgia. So of course, you can come join us in our coach training. She's very supportive of what I do. And she's a first lady at a church here in Georgia. And so she would come, we were in the mall, you guys. This is a training room in Belts in the mall. Y'all know that store? They would give us the training room on Sundays. So Patty would come straight from church in her Sunday's best, sit with me and Dawn here in the middle. Dawn is my Starbucks client. Anytime I walk in Starbucks in Douglasville and she's there, she says, loud. Don't care who's around. If I'm sitting there having coffee with a client, she comes up and says, hey, whatever she tells you to do it. So they are both walking testimonials for the work we were able to do in this Belts training room every Sunday for 6 weeks. They paid me like $350 to work with me for those 6 weeks. Again, I was fresh out of life coach certification, but I knew to record our session and to read my notes from training, okay? So I branched out to offer those live weekly workshops in the form of group coaching as a program. I still got the recordings somewhere. If I look for them, I can find them. But I did that starting with women entrepreneurs in my hometown. So if you've ever wondered, where will I start? Where will I find clients? Will people really pay me? Two perfect examples of starting from the bottom. Now we hit, okay? If you can see yourself starting from where you are, you ain't gotta be Drake, but I'm just saying, if you can see starting one-on-one or group coaching, talk to me in the comments and let me know. So as my life coaching company grew, I also became well-known. I also was recognized in my hometown. Patty was one of those who called me. She seen an article I had as a feature in the front page of our hometown paper. She called me, she invited me to come out and speak about my business, and they kept calling me to come speak about my business. And one thing I know for sure is anytime I speak in my hometown, small hometown of about, we're probably bigger than that now, but about 100,000 people, anytime I speak, it's gonna be a packed house, standing room only, because they watched my journey. So again, people are watching you with where you are. I know that's right, Leslie says, will not despise small beginnings. And so because people heard me speak, they loved my confidence that I had in myself and in my coaching business. They started to ask me how they could become certified life coaches as well. So this is one of my first workshops that I did. Y'all notice my group is getting a little bigger. We're bigger than one, then two. We got 4 in there. The one leaning over kind of next to me, she's the one that told me about the life coach certification training. She went and got trained. And then she said, oh, when I finish training, I'll tell you all about it. And when she got trained, she would not tell me all about it. She was like, tell you what, you just got to be there. As a matter of fact, I'll pay your way to go. And that's what she did. And I paid her back. She paid for my hotel. She wouldn't let me pay her back for that. Y'all heard me talk about that, right? This is her. So I talked about her in the documentary, and she came out to support my first workshop. We had food sponsored by Bojangles. Again, these are my pre-vegan days. We had chicken and green beans and mashed potatoes and gravy and biscuits. They gave it to us for free, y'all, because I asked them, like, I'm a coach. I work with Black women in the community. Y'all want to give us some food? Because we're going to be hungry during my first workshop, which, by the way, the room we're in was gifted as well. So you have not because you ask not. And I learned to ask, especially as a new coach doing good in the hood. So this is a multi-million-dollar business in my hometown of Douglasville, Georgia, that had just renovated this big building, and they were giving us free space to host events to get to know the community. So I'm like, hey, I got a class coming up, matter of fact, and I scheduled the class, and we did my first workshop. One of the young ladies here on the far end in the pink, she was an intern. She had applied to be one of our interns. She was like, but I want to pay to be at this workshop. So I think I charged like $25 per ticket. That's what, quick $75 for free food and free $1 million space, $1 million view. and they were there. And they told me this is the best workshop they have ever been to. So I got that on record. I was like, say it again. I'm recording because I'm gonna need that for testimonials coming up. This is how you build, you guys. So we went from workshops to classes. We're getting a little bit bigger. You can't see. We had 8 people in this class. So I went from 1 to 2 to 4 to 8. Y'all see this multiplying, but I'm saying what I'm teaching one time. That's impact. That's legacy. So this is at a co-work space here in Atlanta that I exchanged my presence to help with other events in exchange for the space to host my events. So I would help other business owners in the community do that thing. And then I came and did my thing for the free. Invited people, taught. This was on social media as the coach. So again, I'm teaching, I'm recording the classes. The lady behind the camera was another intern that wanted to come, support. So she came, she took pictures for us. She wanted to be a principal for a day. Little did she know is that one of the people that's a part of this audience was connected to a local chamber in my hometown, and they were doing something called Principal for a Day. And so we got to let her go in my place, and I didn't want to be a principal for a day, but she did. So we sent her, she loved it. And my intern was able to live out her dream because of my work as a coach. Y'all see the impact and the legacy. Can you see how this could potentially be set up for you to impact the lives that you want to help change? Because I hosted a series of these classes. I also started to speak and tell my story more. I started to put it in a book. And then I started receiving more and more invitations for those free and paid speaking engagements. Y'all can guess which one, I was more likely to accept. Right, we got bills to pay. Okay, this is my trainer, Dr. Michael J. Duckett, and he is saying how he witnessed me grow. He took me through the 2-day training, and at the end, he asked me what I thought of myself as a coach at the end on a scale of 1 to 10, and I said a 10. And he said, you are going to do great things in this industry. He's also the one that gave me the opportunity. This is my first day working with him as one of his new trainers. I did that for the 4 years you guys heard me talk about. And he gave me a testimonial just vouching for who he's seen me develop into, giving me his stamp of approval, showing that I am professionally trained. I'm ready. And so this is me in the classroom, live here in Atlanta, not too far from where I am here, right down the street from our Atlanta airport. If you've ever come to our airport, I was probably somewhere nearby teaching, depending on when you came. But we had a packed out room that our photographer could only get on one side at a time because of how the room was set up. But here I am live here in Atlanta with Coach Magdalena, Christina, Araria, Coach Javar. We have so many other coaches. I can't even remember who was on the other side. Coach Carolyn. These people traveled from different parts of the U.S. Some flew in, some drove in, and some were right down the street, but they came to train with me live here in Atlanta. So they represent our first 111 certified life coaches. So this is me where I became an affiliate and that 3-year trainer with that same life coach certification training company that certified me. And here are some of the pictures of those first 111. So I trained first 110, excuse me, I gotta get it right because they would get me if I didn't. I trained 110 certified life coaches from all over North America and the Cayman Islands. Again, they came from everywhere. In Vietnam, we were live here in Atlanta. And what I love about this group is they were so unique because they represented coaches and health and wellness, entrepreneurs, educators, executive directors, human resources, administrators, case managers, social workers, holistic health practitioners, online ministry leaders, speakers, authors, social media influencers of the macro, micro, and mega levels, and project managers. They were sales and direct sales people, multi-level marketers, networking marketers, Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, mail ladies, and so much more. Have I mentioned any career that any of you guys here today are in already? Because these are just a few of the coaches. Because the journey continues. We got consultants, we got trainers, we got managers, directors, specialists, supervisors, instructors, representatives, licensed and master social workers, counselors, therapists, clinicians, prophetesses, however you say more than one prophetess, evangelists, executive assistants, business owners, teachers, principals, and so much more. Y'all may know some people. Y'all may get to know some of these people as well. One person that stood out to me is this lady right here, sitting in this wheelchair, y'all. She rolled into class and was just the light of the party, the life of the party. She was cracking jokes and just kept us laughing, stuff that we can't say, but she could say. And she just had this bubbling personality. We met up after class. She purchased one of the books I had written. She told me her vision was to be a reality TV star. And I was like, you definitely got the personality for it. And so because she was a part of the crew of the different job titles that come in and they want to add coaching to their resume, she fit right in. So her and including the people in this group represent like admission coordinators. Some that you've seen in the pictures before were self-employed. They were practitioners. We got some nonprofit leaders, ministers, pastors, reverends, deacons, bishops, doctors, first ladies, elders, leaders of singles ministries, songstresses, more than one, playwrights, judges, and youth services workers, and of course, other certified life coaches. And so the lady in the wheelchair is called, her name is Coach Keisha now. She's officially certified years ago. This was here in Atlanta. And she shared her dream of being a reality TV star. And here she is now. Still the life of the party, lighting up every room she's in. And she does it with confidence as a certified life coach. This is the photo shoot for the reality TV show that was in the works that she was telling me about. She had the vision for when she went through training. So again, her name is Keisha Green. She's an author. She wrote a book about her story and how she ended up in the wheelchair. She is an official reality TV star, and she's of course a certified life coach that I had the privilege of training here in Atlanta. And her show is about other women amputees. So whether they don't have arms or legs or feet, they represent who she saw in her vision. So to see that come to life for her just lights me up, because it's exciting to know where you can start and where the vision God gave you can take you when you just say yes. Another one is this lady right here, y'all. This is one of our scholarship recipients. She went from applying for a scholarship to becoming on the cover of a magazine for Black families. She didn't imagine it for herself. Maybe she did. She didn't tell me. But she is a podcast host now. She's a minister. She was this before she came. An author, a magazine cover model. Of course, a Black woman Christian certified life coach. And this lady here, her name is Coach Neresia. A lot of people will come to class and say, Dr. AJ, I want to be like an Ayanna Van Zandt. Like, I want to, what's the thing, fix my life. They wanted those roles. And I'm like, okay, I can't teach you how to do that because that ain't the type of coaching that I teach. But the opportunities will present themselves for you to really help people fix their lives. And so that's what happened. Coach Neresia, she was one of our coaches who caught COVID. She's one of our older coaches, so she was one of the higher risk categories. She quarantined for 2 weeks. She said, I'm going to be home anyway. I might as well get certified. And that's exactly what she did. She got her life coach certification during the pandemic. Y'all remember the world shut down, the global pandemic, right? She was in there recovering from COVID, getting certified, sharing her journey. And because she put it out there that she was getting certified, a local documentarian reached out to her and said, we've been following your journey. I wanted to wait until you finish. So he was waiting on her to cross the finish line and announce it. He said, now I have a seat like an Ayanna Van Zandt, like Ayanna Fix My Life. And I literally want you to sit in this seat and coach people on camera, documentary side. And that was here in Georgia in a studio. And I was like, call me if you want me to come sit in with you. I was looking forward to that. And so she got to coach. She got to help men who were traumatized by sexual abuse in their life. Her documentary was on YouTube. When she sent it to me, I was so excited. I remember I was cleaning the bathroom and watching and listening. And I had to stop and just throw my rag at the phone. I was like, you got a coach. Because she made me so proud to see these skills coming out. And this is something that she wanted to do. And so now she's considered a local documentarian. She also has a good government job as well. But on the side, she does wedding officiating. How do you say it? She's a wedding officiant. And of course, a Black woman Christian certified life coach. So these opportunities came shortly after these women became a Black woman Christian certified life coach. Talk to me in the comments if you can see yourself as a podcast host, on the cover of magazines, on a TV show, reality TV, documentary. Like, these are visions that came to class. And because these ladies said yes, they're now examples of what's possible as Black women Christian certified life coaches. And so the number one reason that our Black women Christian certified life coaches successfully complete the Black woman Christian life coach certification training through the International Center for Life Coach Training, LLC, that's my company. They do it for professional purposes, which means they and you want to make money using their entrepreneurial skills, using their experience, and eventually they want to run a coaching business. They want to set rates for their coaching services. They want to make offers, receive payment, and consistently make money for their life coaching services from future life coaching clients by helping them do three things. Number one, they help set goals. Number two, they help them to take action. And number three, they hold their coaching clients accountable to help them achieve those results. So set goals, take action, hold them accountable, and then get the results in their lives. That's what a life coach does. And so as you can see, and we'll soon discover more of, these are the types of women that do best in our program. So can you guys see yourselves in this area of receiving payment, receiving recognition, and being celebrated for your work as a coach? Again, it's not just behind the scenes. You can put yourself out on bigger stages. We were recently offered the magazine cover of the Celebrity magazine. I had never heard of it. Someone reached out to me on LinkedIn and said, hey, we want you on the cover, boom. And it happened in a matter of minutes. I answered some questions. So I have like I think it's a 10-page spread. I don't know how they did it. But it's in the magazine, it's on their website. And now, it's a part of what is possible as a coach to get your name out there if you can see it for yourself. So I see most definitely, I see yes, most definitely, I can envision it, yes. All right, so you got the vision. So let's talk about where the vision comes from, because there are three common coaching categories. And I really want you to know whether or not you are a part of the categories. We already talked about the 15 coaching qualities. These are common coaching categories. And if you can see yourself fit in any one of these three, then you'll know where you stand as a future Black life coach. So category number one is the confidant, AKA the great girlfriend. So have your fingers ready, because I'm going to ask some questions and I want to know if you relate to the confidant. So here's the confidant. You have history, or let's say like you went to school together or grew up in church together with a childhood friend. And so you might have some life occurrence or something in common with your friend, but your friend bias, like you always agree with or you side with your friend because you don't want to offend or step on toes, or you don't want to do anything that is going to risk or lose the friendship. So you are afraid that, if you try to help the friend as, maybe giving them some coaching for free or on the side, you're afraid that there'll be backlash for questioning or playing devil's advocate or having opposing views to your friend. And so maybe you have found yourself shrinking down often, or you have not really used your gifts in your conversation with friends. Maybe you don't feel like your gift is or will be respected enough to say something to your friend, even if you think it might help them have a breakthrough. And so you really only share your thoughts or your feelings or your opinions. Can anyone relate to the confidant? Talk to me in the comments, because that's category number one that's really common of future Black life coaching. Any confidants in the house? Category number two is a consultant, AKA the marvelous mentor. You're a strategist. You're someone who is the go-to for mapping out a plan or a path for others to follow. And so you end up pointing others in the right direction to help open up doors and have them drop your name when they get there. For example, tell them Dr. AJ sent you. You tend to analyze or assess or evaluate situations before going in. You tell people what to do, like you should have did this, you could have did this, you would have did this if you would have did this. You be rolling your neck and you be telling people what they could have, should have, would have, ought to do. You know how it goes. You may be the expert, the advice giver, the wisdom sharer, and you're very opinionated. And so your whole goal is to keep people from making the same mistakes you've made in life. Any consultants or marvelous mentors here with me? I've seen some confidants talk to me in the comments earlier. Any consultants? Okay, I see some yeses. We got some consultants and some confidants. Well, category number three, as you may guess, is our coach. And she is the confident coach. She doesn't do anything that the marvelous mentor or the great girlfriend does. I mean, she feels it, but then she's a coach, so she know here's where she stands. And what that means is, okay, she still loves to connect with people. Is it you? You love to connect. You know how, or you're willing to learn how to optimize questions versus opinions and advice giving. And you leverage listening, because earlier in our coaching or in our coaching qualities, you told me you're a great listener. So you know how to listen and leverage that listening, turn it into questions and coach. Because again, coaching ain't about telling people what to do. So if you are the confident coach, you want to help others create an action plan. You're a great communicator because again, you listen and you hear, which there's a difference between listening and hearing. You know, you can be in conversation and you're listening to the person talk, but you hear your name being said in a distance and you like, shh, listen. And you go to a deeper level of listening. It's the difference between listening and hearing, but you can do both because you're humble, you're honest, you're heart and spirit led, you're patient, you're willing to wait and listen and ask questions. Any confident coaches or future confident coaches in the house? Because if you're a confident coach or you want to know what confident coaching look like, I'm going to let Coach Alexis from Texas tell you all about what it looks like for her.
So if there was a lady who has that excuse of life is going on, so much is happening, I don't know, Coach AJ, maybe one day, what would you tell her about sitting still and taking the one-day life coach certification training with the International Center for Life Coach Training, LLC?
I would tell her life is going to always happen and life is always going to go on. Just take 8 hours, one day, to set aside some time to do something for yourself that will move you one step closer to a goal that you have. Because you can do it.
Can y'all hear Coach Alexis? Did y'all hear Coach Alexis? Let me make sure. Talk to me in the comments if you heard what she said. Take a moment. Make time for yourself and time for the vision God gave you. Said you heard her, but it stopped. Oh, it should have stopped. She was through. In a nutshell, let me turn this back on. She was saying that life is going to happen, but if you set aside time to say yes to the vision God gave you, you're doing something for yourself that's going to move you closer to that goal of it becoming a reality, like you've seen our other coaches do. So Coach Alexis said yes to becoming a coach, and she's one of our coaches with adult diagnosed ADD or ADHD. And so what that means is she needs to go back and hear things again. And so our training caters to learning styles like that because it makes sure that, you know, you're learning what you need to learn. And so we got the printed worksheets, we got videos, we got audios to make sure you get what you need. So when Coach Alexis got certified, she also said yes to an opportunity to become a representative to local domestic violence survivors. She's in Texas. We call her Coach Alexis from Texas. And so she was presented with an amazing opportunity to provide group coaching to domestic violence survivors throughout the city of Houston, Texas. So once they knew she was a life coach, she was able to talk about her terms. So you guys said you heard her, but it stopped. So hopefully you heard her encouraging you to move forward. So how? Let's talk about that. Now that you know what this masterclass is all about and you've discovered some stuff, you got some more stuff that's coming up, you know who it's for, you're still sure you're in the right place, you're still hanging in there, you know what to look forward to and why you should keep listening. Let me tell you how I've been able to do this for me and for the ladies that I've certified. So starting from the bottom, my life coach certification investment started with my first life coach being over $2,232.06. That was that Black lady life coach I mentioned that I met while I was dealing with homelessness and divorce and the downsizing of my corporate career and so many other things that just could have derailed my destiny as a coach, especially as a coach trainer. My psychological studies at Clark Atlanta University, CAU, Georgia Perimeter College, and Georgia State University, over $54,111.01. And then training and development degree, Mercy University, $27,098.13. Life coach and master life coach training, over $18,083.14. Master life coach certification training, $19,882.17. Life coaching master's degree, Liberty University, $17,992.78. My current coaches, it's way more than that. I should put a 1 in front of that 5. But when I did the numbers and forgot to update them, it was at 5,000 for that part of the year that I was sharing at that time, 5,634. But I told y'all I got more than 5 coaches for my fivefold ministry. And so this education alone totals over $145,033.29 in like money, cash, value, like, you know, loans, student loans, debt, what else? Payment plans, payment arrangement, agreement, $145,000. Anybody got $145,000 to pay for a certification like right now? Let me know, because I can teach you some things, okay? But this amount continues to grow. She said no. This amount continues to grow, though. I keep adding to it because I keep learning. Education is ongoing. So if you're a learner like me, this is nothing. This is where it started. That's just my life coach certification process. It was a lot before that, okay? I did have a life before becoming a coach and a coach trainer. So even though I've invested this amount into my education, I realized that that wasn't enough. There are still people who know more, and I want to know more because I'm willing to invest in it, learn it, come back and share it, and of course, make money from it. And so again, I currently have coaches for marketing, ministry, mindset, manifestation, and money making, okay? I still invest in my education, and I encourage you to do the same. And so our life coach self-study system, this is where we started. These are our coaches in their t-shirts. These are coaches who did invest in their education, in their certification. So because I've invested hundreds of hours of live and in-person and live stream life coach certification training, I have officially trained and now certified 188 Black women certified life coaches worldwide. And they are now a part of the Ladies of Legacy. So you see them popping up on the screen in their t-shirts. I told y'all they wear the t-shirts now. And this is where you come in. The little question marks here. My training company currently offers a 1-day Black woman Christian life coach certification self-study course. And it breaks down the dynamics of how to do 3 things. Number 1, connect. Number 2, coach. And number 3, convert. Can you see yourself as one of our new certified life coaches? You may be familiar with the Coach Connect Convert process if you received our micro trainings for today. I talked about these and I told you in the videos in the Honda, y'all met her before we got here, that we were going to dive into those 3 things. So talk to me in the comments if you can see yourself learning how to coach, connect, and convert as one of our newly certified life coaches. So because we are running on time, let's go through what I call the 3 secrets, because this is really, really vital. I want y'all to get this, if nothing else. This is what you came for. I see some most definitely. I can. I see you. So let's get you closer using the 3 secrets. Let me go back. Make sure I say it right. 3 secrets to becoming a certified life coach. Okay. So my other earpiece is dying, so I gotta switch it out. Hold on, y'all. Thought they would hang strong with me. Here we go. 3 secrets to becoming a certified life coach. So C plus C plus C. It's a formula and it's all about confident coaching, and it's introducing that C3 method that I talked about in the micro trainings. Who got the micro training videos and actually watched them? I could see behind the scenes if you really clicked it and watched it, but who here will be honest that you got the videos in your emails and you watched them for today's training? If not, it's okay. I'm going to tell you what they talked about. So C plus C plus C equals confident coaching. There are 3 C's to becoming that confident coach we just talked about in our 3 coaching categories. So if you want to be her, listen up. That's secret number 1 that I talked about in micro trainings is connect. Secret number 2 is coach. And then secret number 3 is convert. Okay, Candace says she watched the trainings. Thank you, Candace. So you're ready, girl. You're ahead of the class. So number 1 is about connecting. And this is all about connecting with coaching clients when you show up, when you speak, when you share exactly what they need to hear from you. So that's what that looks like. You're showing up for your people, you're speaking to where they are now, you're connecting heart to heart, and then you're speaking and sharing spirit to spirit. That's where that special secret sauce skill comes in, backed by scripture. You're connecting spirit to spirit. Let me show you what that looks like. So this is Coach Camille, and she wanted to become a certified life coach to enhance her skills in her corporate job and to benefit her work as a minister in her church. And so she scrolled through Facebook and she consistently seen my face pop up on Facebook Live. So she told me that while she was laying in bed one night, God showed her my face and she ended up back on my Facebook page watching more of my live. Then she found herself on my website looking for the life coach certification training program that she heard me mention in the video. So when she found it, she said she just closed her eyes and hit submit payment. Have you ever done that before? Is anybody on here from a Facebook Live that they see me on? But say, who be paying attention? So she mentioned, excuse me, that what she saw in me and what she heard in my story was a significant sign of humility. And so that was a great trait to have for her to have in a trainer. And so she later told me that she knew she wanted me, a professional trainer with a degree in training and development and years of leading. Let me double check. So she said she wanted to submit, well, no, she liked that I had submitted under leadership. And so that meant a lot to her to have in her training for life coaching. And so she knew she wanted me to be her trainer because not only did I have people that I've studied under, but she liked my training style. So my personal training style was practical and to the point, and she loved that I'm extremely knowledgeable about the life coaching industry. I love learning about it and I share it. And she mentioned that she really appreciated how I continue to learn my craft and that she could tell that I know my stuff. So all of that spoke to Coach Camille. And so she joined me. She joined a small group of ladies in my boot camp style masterclass, similar to the one you're at today. And at the end of the class, she said yes to becoming professionally trained and skilled, qualified, and certified as a life coach with me. And she has since been added to the growing list of the new life coaches worldwide who have professionally and personally trained with me online. And so she graduated, and she stated in her testimonial that the online life coach certification training works really well. And it's very cohesive, and that she really loved that component called co-coaching. That's where she received another chance to connect with other coaches individually and as a group in our private Christian coaching community that's exclusive to Black women Christian certified life coaches, AKA the Ladies of Legacy. So Coach Camille says that I came to her life as a coach to help her better herself, her church, and her corporate communities, and to bring her idea for becoming a certified life coach to life. And so because she connected with me and my personality and my story, which she said helped confirm her decision to train with me, our connection led her to making that assured decision that life coaching was indeed the thing for her. And so she said that by having a coach, she didn't feel alone, or she didn't feel like she had to figure things out on her own. So Camille was our first certified coach online. and she launched her coaching firm since becoming a certified life coach. So she has a financial coaching firm where she helps people fix their credit and get houses. So Camille's story of connecting with me heart to heart started when I showed up for her on Facebook Live. And we connected spirit to spirit when God showed her my face when she asked him for guidance as to which way she should go with becoming a certified life coach. So the same way I was able to connect with Camille is the same way you can connect with your future coaching clients as a certified life coach. So as a recap, connection is secret number one. You may have heard me mention on the micro training. That's secret number 1 of 3 to becoming a professionally trained, skilled, qualified Black woman Christian certified life coach. Put connection in the comments to let me know you're ready for secret number 2. The secret number 2 is coach. And I like secret number 2 because it's a 5-part acronym. I see you, connection. 5-part acronym, which is where you learn how to coach your client through confident coaching conversation. So the C is for conversation, which means reaching out. Let me make sure it clicks. There we go. Reaching out, whether you reach out via text or email or inbox or DM or phone, and you say hi to that future life coaching client. The O is for optimism, which is what your future coaching clients need to hear when you chat with them. The A is for action-oriented conversations that are positive and upbeat and help move the conversation forward. C is for confidence. Your skill as a certified life coach, you need that confidence in your skill. It makes the difference in what happens throughout the chat with your future life coaching clients. And then finally, H is for heart to heart, which means listening and asking really good, powerful questions and providing coaching around what's being shared with you. To give you a case study example of that, meet Thea. And Thea is an educator with a background and experience in counseling. So her job was impacted by COVID. She had been a friend and a fan and a follower of mine online for years, and she too was watching and witnessing my life coaching training journey via live stream. So she even referred a friend to our online life coach certification training. And one day, she and I decided to have that quick phone conversation. And she shared with me that she also was led down the coaching path, and she had an idea for how she would use her life coach certification, but she felt so overwhelmed with all of the training options. And so during our call, I listened and I asked her questions, coaching, as we reviewed her goals and her dreams to launch her podcast as a newly certified life coach. And so she also wanted to help people using the internet airwaves like she's seen me do over the years on my podcast and on my Facebook Lives. And so we were both confident that I could help her. And so I added to the discussion how she could even use her listening, her leadership, her observation, and her positive questioning skills from her counseling background experience in her new role as a future certified life coach. And so our brief conversation on the phone transitioned into a coaching conversation that allowed her to realize that while she preferred her friend to the training, she referred her friend to the training, it was actually her turn to become a certified life coach. So after our coaching call, Sia purchased a copy of my book, The Life Coach, which is now included complimentary in our one-day Black woman Christian life coach certification self-study system. She also signed up for the bootcamp style masterclass with me, similar to the one you're on today, where she too raised her hand to become one of the first 5 ladies to say yes to their destiny of becoming a certified life coach. And so she mentioned how she liked that I offered a one-day life coach certification training online that teaches a concept within the coaching industry and then gives you the tools to go out and put the information into practice both during and after the training. So she also graduated from the program. And then she mentioned how she noticed that the information I taught was more than just theory. It was not overwhelming with information overload. And she loved that she was given proven scripts for exactly how to reach out and attract new life coaching clients, both online and offline. So this is a perfect example for the best way to COACH coach as we connect. So the idea was to help add extra revenue and that extra revenue stream while using her skills beyond the educational system. And so she started her podcast. She had 150 people say yes to being her special guest on the interviews. Can you imagine a waiting list of 150 people, including me? I said yes. Several of our newly certified coaches said yes. And she expanded her learning through our ongoing mentorship and continuing education trainings for our Black women Christian certified life coaches that take place after the certification training. And so during my initial call with Sia, I understood that my job was not to convince her to become a coach, but to show her the power of having a conversation that was optimistic, action oriented, confident, and heart to heart. COACH. So, as a coach, a lot of times our job will be to listen, to ask questions, to honor and hold the space of our clients as we allow them to dream and imagine the possibilities they see for themselves beyond where they currently are. So, as a life coach, you're there as a sounding board, and sometimes you're a shoulder to cry on, you're a trusted space, you're open to being opened up to, and for your client to vent. So, like Sia, sometimes a coaching conversation begins out of the kindness of your heart where you reach out just to chat, to see how a potential coaching client is doing, to ask if they have questions or if anything is on their heart or their mind that they'd like to talk about and maybe receive some coaching around. So as a life coach, when you implement the 2 secrets that I've shared with you so far for how to connect with and coach, it could start out with an encouraging word, a word of prayer, or by sending a quick, hey, just checking in on you message. And that will often turn into a future coaching call. So instead of pushing your way into someone's life or trying to help them or mentor them, it's okay to simply reach out because you want to help. And because what you know they need is a professionally trained, skilled, qualified Black woman Christian certified life coach, right? So when or if the opportunity presents itself, you get to offer your future life coaching clients the space to COACH, coach with you more, and then charge for it. Our job as a life coach is to be there for our coaching clients, to ask, what can I help you with today? Or what would you like coaching around today? Or how can I be positively optimistic for you right now? Or how can I hold the space for you? And holding the space, Coach Yvonne can tell you, it's simply allowing your client to just like lose it for a minute, or as we call it, have a moment, HAM, just let them go. You're holding the space for when they come back and they're ready to move forward, okay? You're there to ask them, how can we connect one-on-one? How can I honor and serve you in this moment? Because most of the time, our future coaching clients do not have that person in their life who cares enough to just sit with them, to listen, to ask really good questions, to not judge them or their answers, to remain unbiased, or they don't have someone to just share their thoughts, their opinions with, or someone who's not going to try to give them advice or try to fix them, because that's not coaching. So that's where we come in as professionally trained, skilled, certified, qualified Black women Christian life coaches. We're there to simply listen, ask questions, and hold our coaching clients accountable. We actually do care about the success in our coaching clients' lives. So coach, COACH, is secret number 2 of 3. And we are at the top of the hour. So if you got to go, I understand. I told you guys we will be here for 2 hours. We've been here for that long. It don't feel like it, right? But I still got some goodies for you if you want to keep hanging out. I'm going to give you guys a chance to ask questions. I'm going to introduce our coaching training system. If you're really ready to jump on board and come train with us and hang out to learn secret number 3 and how you can become one of our future Black life coaches. I appreciate your time for being here with me up to this point. You've learned secrets. You've discovered your coaching categories. You've discovered your coaching qualifications. You talked about legacy. You've learned from my story. You've seen yourself in our coaches. So if you just took away what you've learned up to this point, you're still one step closer on your journey to becoming a future Black life coach. But if you're going to keep going with me, let me know in the comments. I'm here. I'm hanging out. Keep going. Secret number 3, put a 3 in the chat. Talk to me. Let me know that it's a safe space to keep sharing with you what you need to know to become a professionally trained, skilled Black woman Christian certified life coach. I see Tina say 3. Candace say 3. Let's go. Dr. Kathy say 3. Dr. Jada say 3. Let's go. 3. Okay. Secret number 3. Our final secret. When we learn how to put a price on that thing, meaning coaching, and charge for the transformation we bring. That's what some of y'all gonna be doing. That's why you've been helping for free. Let me teach you how to get out of that, how one of our coaches did it. But first, it's called convert. So Do me a favor. Put in the chat the word that you know that means money. Moolah, dinero, cheese, butter, coins, change, bag, shmoney. Put a term in the comments or an emoji that means money. Because convert means put a price on it, charge for it, pay, invest. All of those mean give me the shmoney, pay me. Ben Franklin, yes. I have a carpet right here at my desk with Mr. Benjamin Franklin. I see him every morning when I wake up and put my feet on the floor, as Denzel Washington says, when you put your 2 feet on the floor, one is to say thank and you. We're talking to God, and then we stepped on the Benjamin. It's time, right? I see invest. I see dinero. I see the shmoney bag. Yes, Ben Franklin is my favorite. Moolah, dollars. Yes. So that's all convert is. You're converting your coaching conversations into client cash checks and credit cards with confidence. You're not guessing. You're not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. You ain't ashamed to take that money, because this is our final secret. Secret number 3, convert. Put convert in the chat if you want to learn how to convert. Because this means that you have now shown your clients how you can show up for them, speak to where they are, and hold the space for their dreams and possibilities. Using the connection you've made with them throughout the coach model, you've also shown your potential future coaching clients that you're able to have a conversation that is optimistic. It's full of action, and that you're confident in your skills to have an honest, heart-to-heart, spirit-led conversation. And so now you're ready to put a price on it and charge for what you do. Ask for payment, request payment, allow people to pay you what you charge for your coaching services, and then receive that investment in yourself, in your business, in your coaching skills, and in your legacy as a future Black woman Christian certified life coach. And so the great part of it all is that you determine what the amount is. Several of our coaches charge $200 plus per hour as soon as they come out of certification. And so soon you will be seen on TV, just like our coaches, getting paid, just like our coaching for our coaches for your coaching skills. And so we cover how to set your pricing and how to get started allowing that shmoney, all the terms y'all put in the comments, convert. We talk about all of that in the one-day Black Woman Christian Life Coach Certification Training. This is Coach Andrea. You saw her in the Ladies of Legacy documentary. And so I'm going to click on her because she didn't get to tell her whole story on the training, but you get to meet her. I'll play this quick video for her of her and let her share her story of how she put a price on her coaching and she charged for her services, and she's getting paid as the new Black woman Christian certified life coach. And so she found me because she persevered, and she was facing some things. I'm gonna let her tell you because she can tell you better than I can. So let me let her talk to you real quick. Let's see.
Isn't that pretty? January the 7th. I was already working on the name of my business. The business was LLC, January the 12th. This is my plaque. I pushed it out to Facebook on January the 13th. I remember it specifically because my husband had surgery on the 12th. So here my husband was in the hospital, had just had major surgery. I'm at home. Holy Spirit said, push it out. I pushed it out on the 13th. My Facebook page went bananas. It went bananas. I got so many go, Andrea, so many yes. From that coach, Dr. AJ, I stopped counting at maybe 15 or 20 discovery calls. I've now secured 8 clients, and one of them is a teen client. Who'd have thunk it? A teen client. I have 3 discovery calls tomorrow. So just in a nutshell, I've made over $3,000 in 2 weeks. Like, who does that? Somebody does it, I guess. I did. God did. Amazing. I can't say anything more than that. Amazing. My journey has been amazing. The great women that I've met, um, Dr. AJ taught us about connecting with coaches. I connected with Vanessa Green, who's a coach through this program as well. And she talked to me about some of the policies and procedures and things that she did. And so I put the discovery call in place, best thing I could have ever done. It opened up different platforms. People are every day, just about somebody says, I want a discovery call. I want a discovery call. And God is so good that the women are not only doing the discovery call, but they are booking the service as a client. And the processes that I started in the beginning, which I set up in the beginning, my invoices and all of those things set up, they pay their deposit, hold it. I mean, it's like butter. As a matter of fact, the 3 that I talk to tomorrow, I'm going to have to shut the door for a second and say, okay, I got enough clients for right now. And I've not even been in business for a month.
All right. So that was Coach Andrea, one of our Black Women Christian Certified Life Coaches. She told you she had 20 discovery calls. She secured 8 coaching clients. One of them was a teen. She made over $3,000 in her first 2 weeks. And she said, who does that? God does it. She said it's amazing. That's all she can say. Her journey has been amazing. And so she found me by becoming sorry, y'all, I didn't realize that's what that was. I'm putting y'all's chat box in front of the screen. Okay, so she found me. She became a certified life coach. She persevered while facing 2 medical emergencies she just told you guys about. And so to think that it all started in a 1-day Black Woman Christian Life Coach certification training. And so Coach Andrea's story is the true definition of converting, of charging, of getting paid for your gift as a coach. And so as a certified life coach, charging for your book, charging for your speaking, charging for your work with your clients, it's all part of that asking, requesting, allowing, and receiving payment for your ability to help transform lives. That's what coaches do. And she's a pastor. So yes, you can marry marketplace, making money. Sure. So when you charge for what you do and what you know with who you are, you combine all that and you charge for it. That's all about becoming a certified life coach, and it makes it easier for you to gain the confidence you need to stand out in the world of life coaching. So Camille's story is a great example of connecting. Sia's story truly defines that acronym, COACH, or coach. And Coach Andrea's story is an excellent example of how to charge for your gifts, AKA convert, which is our secret number 3. And so these ladies answered the call to coach. They knew what they wanted. They took the steps and they went after their dream to becoming a professionally trained, skilled, qualified Black Woman Christian Certified Life Coach. And you can also create your own story. Who is ready? Talk to me in the comments.
Isn't that pretty?
So let me show you some of our coaches who have also said yes. I'm so proud of them, you guys. These are about 53 of our certified coaches that I could fit on the screen. These are collaborations of sisters and best friends and co-workers and church friends. And they are, some took the course together. Coach B, who you heard on her testimonial, she said, you know, if it wasn't for her friend, Marquita, finding me, they both won scholarships, by the way, got approved, went through the certification and took off, started speaking. And I was just amazed at how quick God did that thing in their life. All he was waiting on was a yes. And so these graphics are those 2 coaches and all of our other coaches who represent getting certified or getting recertified and finally breathing life into that bigger vision that God has given them. So this here is the classroom I actually used to teach in here in Atlanta. I miss her, but these were for our live classes. Dr. Kathy says she's ready. Okay, I got you. So I'm going to keep teaching you so you can learn what to do next, Doc. And so when I hear people say stuff like, you know, certification is just a piece of paper, The Bible in Psalms 1 and 1 through 2 says, "Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful." And verse 2 says, "But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night." And so what I hear from that, and that whole certification is just a piece of paper, you're stripping yourself. You're allowing other people to strip you of a chance to better yourself and to gain knowledge and to learn the skills to connect with the new community of support, to implement the information that you'll obtain as a newly certified life coach by going through a certification process. Without the proper skills and training, it leads to what's known as imposter syndrome, where you're like, oh, who am I to help people in their lives? Who am I to charge this amount? Who's gonna really pay me? Are people gonna really pay me? Am I doing this right? That's imposter syndrome, and you deserve to sit with that if you haven't invested in learning the skill that you're charging for, okay? You don't want nobody playing with your life. You shouldn't be playing with nobody else. I'm just fine. So when people say, it's just a piece of paper, they usually have a hidden agenda. If anybody ever tells you that, or if you've been thinking that, you have a hidden agenda. What are you being sold on? Because when people tell you that, they're usually selling you on something else or trying to convince you to copy and paste what they're doing. And that leads to what we call shiny object syndrome, where you see a new course, you see another event, you see another email list, you see a free download, you see another class, and you're just doing this and you're not focused. Everything else has your attention and you're distracted. And this usually leads to the uncertified attempting to coach, AKA the blind leading the blind, or hurts people hurting people. When you try to practice the skill of coaching and you don't know what you're doing, you can hurt people and you can be sued. There are legal cases out now of coaches who have been sued. People who are calling themselves coaches and not qualified, okay? So many Black people who join other online life coach certification courses, they're also dealing with not being trained by someone they can personally relate to. They're dealing with struggling to connect with the human to human experience. They're dealing with not being taught on their level of learning in a way that caters to their individual learning style. They're dealing with missing the contact with a coaching community that makes them feel included. And they're also dealing with feeling inadequate with what they've just learned, or they believe or feel they need more teaching. I told y'all how I get those phone calls, right? They're like, it's just something missing. Can you help me, Doc? So what this means is some people still don't believe that they're prepared enough to go out and coach when they go through inadequate coach training. And so if you don't feel like your coach training was enough, you definitely not going to want to build a coaching business. And that's why I'm here to help. So talk to me in the comments. What questions do you guys have at this point? I'm going to see how much more I can share with you guys without taking us too much further over time. Somebody type a question, let me answer it for you. And let me run through this. And I'm gonna let Coach Tanisha talk to you while I do that.
If I were to ask you what your thoughts were about the entire experience of you being the first one to successfully complete the online life coach certification self-study training, what would your feedback be to someone who's considering this program or someone who hasn't quite made it through yet? What would you say to them? So just
I
look
would
in the
definitely
camera and talk to them.
Okay. I would definitely let an individual know to definitely take this course with Coach AJ Austin. She's very encouraging, it's very convenient, and the price is not bad at all. I learned a lot about myself as well as others through this process, and I hope to gain more about myself with other clients that I, come into my life. But this class is definitely is going to I looked at it as investing in yourself, and Coach AJ is definitely the person that you will want to also help coach you into furthering your coach desires.
What was your favorite part about the training?
The one-on-one action, the seeing other coaches how they coached, looking at the other videos of other coaches, as well as demonstrating being a coach.
I hope y'all were able to hear Coach Tanisha. She was our first coach that successfully completed our online self-study. And I got to ask her all the questions that help us make our program better for you, the future Black life coaches. So continue to put your questions in the comments. I'm going to go through with your permission. So do you mind if I share the system with you that has given me more freedom? It's allowed me to provide for myself and to financially support myself and finally live the life I've always dreamed of living as a single, sexy, saved Black woman Christian certified life coach with the rich auntie vibes. Can I share more of my system with you guys? Let me know in the comments. Because my lifestyle, which I love to share about, having my own life coaching training company has allowed me to do things like invest in others. I invest into coaching at a higher level by thousands of dollars, soon tens of thousands of dollars, and I'm excited about that. I've been able to double my income from what it was before I launched out. It took me about the first 5 months of my first year online to double my income. And then I was able to pay off major bills. I became an investor and a seed sower in other Black women in business with training companies. It gives me time freedom because my schedule is very flexible. And so according to how I want it to be, that's how I work. I moved into a luxury apartment and then into a newly renovated home. I own my own car, the Honda. I keep talking about her. She has no car notes. My insurance is paid up. All of my other living expenses are paid up. I employ other Black women in business from underserved communities. And I also run my business full time, but I only work part time. I take a lot of naps. And so I'm usually shopping in the middle of the day, getting daily deliveries. I also get to pick up the tab for coffee, drinks, dinner, desserts with my family and friends. And so I sow seeds into the lives of family and friends and others around me. And I make it possible for people on my team to take vacation. And so my courses reach the world. And I love that because it's without me having to leave my home. That's my favorite. So I'm seen as a role model, an influencer. I control how much I make, which I love. And my coaching works even when I'm not. And so what I do is set the blueprint for how I've done this. I offer it and I share it with other Black women of faith who too have a desire to become a certified life coach. And I set industry trends. So I am the first Black woman with a bachelor's degree in training and development, a master's degree in life coaching in the works, and an honorary degree in Christian psychology, offering online Christian life coach certification training for Black women of faith, owned by a Black woman who is also a certified life coach, a master life coach, and a master life coach trainer with her own virtual training and development company, certifying life coaches online in one day, using that same blueprint that I've used to build my own multi-six-figure life coaching company, and sharing the secrets behind the struggle to success with you so you don't have to struggle. And so where we started was here. I am literally in the guest bedroom of a friend who let me move in. That's where I went after I was living in the office space. And I launched this company in that guest bedroom. And these are the ladies who said yes, and they showed up. We got California and Georgia and another Georgia. I can't remember all the states, but they were from other parts of the world. They said yes. So this is your opportunity to say yes and make this happen in your life. Because again, this is us before, but this is us now. So this is just one screen. I'm gonna keep going and show you our coaches' faces. You may recognize some of them, but if you even are, certified already, but your certificate is collecting digital dust, then you need to bring that vision back to life because it's time. Because what if you quit your job and you took the leap as a life coach? Like, would you know what to do with your time? Would you know what comes next as a Black woman Christian certified life coach? Do you have a master plan for how many hours you work or what you'll charge or how to find and keep coaching clients coming in from week to week? And so if you're one of those who came and was already certified, if you answered no to any of the questions I just asked, then welcome to what we call the original 100. So the original 100 is what you see before you. These are the first 100 ladies. We're at number 88 as of today, who said yes to training with me online. And so these are ladies who took the invitation that I'm extending to you right now. If you're feeling the nudge because you know God is giving you a vision that's bigger than you, and you're ready to finally quit struggling and get over those hurdles because you've been that person for other people, but you have yet to receive it. You're ready to stop gathering information, stop showing up on free classes, just trying to be nosy and see what they're talking about. Stop being a resource collector. It's time to finally put those pieces of the missing links together, even if you're not sure if this will actually work. And so in order to do that, you need a support circle, because without it, you know that your reach can be stalled. And so these are more of our coaches. Let me make sure I get it out there. Because the Bible talks about writing the vision and making it plain, asking and seeking and knocking and reaping and sowing. And it's your time, sis. So you have two options, because if this is you and you're ready, option number one, let me let you know. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm showing the right thing. Oh, here we go. So option number one, you can hop up the training and go do things like you've been doing them. That's the slow way. You get to learn at your own pace. Maybe you got another 10 or 15 years like it took me to get here, but most of us don't, right? Option number two is my proven system. Yes, the system that I invested over $145,000 in value, money, time, skill, blood, sweat, tears, prayers, mental breakdowns, depression, losing this, losing that, and still showing up with you. Most of us don't have that to sacrifice again, right? So I'm taking everything that I have learned, I put it in a one-day life coach certification training, and it gives you permission to coach because it teaches you how to coach. It teaches you how to not just call yourself a coach, but to wear that title proudly, knowing that you've been certified. It teaches you where to start as a small business owner with your own budding coaching company. And so you get to help others while you're working from home, or do what we call a mobile ministry. You travel and coach depending on where you want to be that day, but you're making your own money. And you're also connected to a community of coaches, and you get the tools to help you keep growing. And so are the potential steps that you need to build that successful life coaching company by having that support. So here is what that looks like. Introducing the Black Woman Christian Life Coach Certification Self-Study System. It is a 24-hour training. It's 24 hours to becoming a professionally trained, skilled, qualified Black Woman Christian Certified Life Coach. And it is where I share my signature coaching curriculum, going deeper into the coach, connect, convert, charge model with you. It's filled with all of your coaching essentials. Tell them Coach Yvonne, Coach Leslie, they are familiar with the system. Coach Yvonne just graduated today. Future Black Life Coach Leslie will be very soon, right, Coach? But this system is what they have access to, and it's the most efficient and effective way for you as a future Black life coach to become a certified Christian life coach online in one day. And you get to learn from me, a master Christian life coach certification trainer who looks like you, who resonates with where you are on your new journey to becoming a Black woman Christian certified life coach. And so you get full access to our certification system. That means all the coursework, the audio, the videos, the private coaching community, everything you need to get started learning what life coaching is, what it's not, how to be a good Black woman Christian certified life coach who gets paid. And then you'll participate in what we call live coaching critiques and get optional individual feedback. And so you also gain access to this system and the training materials in the self-study system like right away, as soon as you say, I do. So even if you've been through a training, or you're considering re-up, or this is your first time getting certified, this is that hands-on audio-visual course. It's going to meet you where you are based on how you like to learn. And it's going to teach you everything you need to know about becoming a Black woman Christian certified life coach. And so it's okay if you maybe started a training before, but you didn't finish. 2 Timothy 2:5 in the Bible says to study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman needed not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. And so in Christian coach certification, this means that it doesn't hurt and it's nothing to be ashamed of if you want to repeat or refresher or just start all over completely with the course for your training and lifelong learning needs. And I'm personally proud to say I've been since 2014, I've been through about 27 different renditions of the life coach certification training process. That's why I know what's out there, and that's why I know what's missing, and that's why I show up for you here. And so let me just let you know that this is not for you if you're not interested in becoming a life coach. Again, you can go ahead and log off, enjoy the rest of your evening. It's not for you if you don't just have a desire to help other people. Again, log off, enjoy the rest of your evening. And if the investment is going to take food off your table, clothes off your back, shoes off your feet, or your kid, this ain't for you, sis. Wait until God says otherwise, and then come back. So we have other coaches who can vouch for us. This is Coach Corinthia. She has a video, which in a nutshell is telling you, listen, it's your time, take the leap, say yes, move forward. And it's really quick. Someone let her talk to you real quick.
So take a moment and give me some feedback on the program overall, as far as it being an independent study and a home study course. How was it for you as far as your learning style, or if someone else, came through the training, which they are coming right behind you,
Right.
what are some ways we can make it better, or maybe even offer more to help people through it?
Make it better. I think about the better part because like you said, I think the uniqueness of you being through the process makes it like everything is gonna be okay, because there are so many self-paced things. I don't even like engaging in online classes because the teachers seem so far away, but I didn't have that experience with you, so it's like you were able to pull this off. Like this right here is something else on in itself. But no, I thoroughly appreciated the handbook. It matched, it was in order, like this, you're gonna watch these and then it just flows. So I thoroughly appreciate that. So if I was up late, I didn't have to message you and wait for a response, because it was like, oh, just follow the menu as it is. It aligns with the videos. Yeah, so if you're ready, then you need to get with Coach AJ. If you want to play, then you need to go play with somebody else.
So that was Coach Corinthia. She just said in a nutshell, if you want to play, go play with somebody else. But if you're ready, say yes to what comes next on our journey. So let me tell you about what's in the program. Talk to me in the chat if you want to know what's in the program. If you hanging out for that, they'll be like, let me learn what's next. Because I've packed this course with videos, with lessons, with printed coursework, with exercises for you to complete at your own pace to ensure your success in learning and retaining what's taught. And so again, I do this because this is our modern approach to coaching. No fluff, straight to the point. We marry certification with Christianity. I knew my Blackness was needed in this space. And so here's everything you'll receive in the Life Coach Certification Self-Study System. So it's module-based. It comes with the workbook I just showed you, we're at 134 pages now, for you to just digest and redigest as many times as you need to. It's the training handbook for the Black Woman Christian Life Coach Certification Self-Study System. And so at registration, your entire handbook with marketing and money-making strategies will be delivered to your email inbox instantly for you to download and get started. And your digital downloadable copy of your certification, that certificate, is going to be emailed to you upon your successful completion of the certification. And so that goes with your assessment, it goes with your coaching critiques, and it's all featured at the end of the training modules. And so this gives you permission to go out and coach in your corporate culture, your church, your community, but using those skills because you're now qualified. So in module 1, you get interviews with some of our coaches, and you get to choose how you're going to use your certification, whether it's for personal reasons, like just to add to your resume, or whether it's for professional reasons. You want to launch your own coaching company, set those rates and start charging and speaking and writing your first book and traveling. And so these are the types of coaches who are most successful in our coaching course, because you get to see the coaching in action. You get to get a copy of my book that's going to walk you through all of the tips you need to become professionally trained, as well as hear from some of our other successful coaches. And so this is the Cliff Notes version. It's fluff proof. I've trained enough to know what's not needed in certifications, and I've put in activities and worksheets that literally help guide you through your life coaching sessions. And then you get to work with some of our other coaches as well as your coaching community to practice those skills. Module 2 gives you the truth about life coaching. It opens your eyes along with how to coach step by step so that you're doing it the right way. Okay, I'm going to give you a playbook. It's an in-depth walkthrough. And it's going to go through the training process where you get to listen to our most recent Black women certified life coaches. You get to hear their success stories for inspiration. And then that's going to motivate you on your journey, right, Coach Yvonne? Module 3, you get a list of 100 essential coaching questions to choose. Like, these are literal questions that you'll read in your coaching session to get your brain going on what other questions to ask, to get your clients to answer the questions, and making sure that you're doing a really good job as a life coach during your session. So that plus 12 other coaching activities that you can download and print and use as worksheets, like how you saw me in that picture with my first coaching client with my notebook spread out. I give you my own worksheets that I've designed with what to say in those client conversations, because I've had enough of them to know, okay? Module 4 is how to find coaching clients. So if you are wondering where these people will come from, this is where to find them, how to market, because even as Black women Christian certified life coaches, we market different. And so you're going to use another strategy called the life coach strategy. It's that acronym again, COACH, but I'm going to break it down to get your potential coaching clients to say yes and to get them to return to you, okay? Module 5 is about coaching credentials, you know, your title, what you'll call yourself, what your specialty will be. You'll get to listen into consultations with lawyers and get my notes from people like insurance brokers to teach you how to protect your assets as a coach. Remember, I said coaches can get sued. So you want to make sure that you're legally protected and you know what's out there and what's expected. And then you can set your clients' expectations, plus telling them what you charge, packaging it up, and letting them pay you, right? Because you said you're ready to convert. And then we wrap it up in module 6, where you choose what type of coach you'll be in addition to your life coaching skills. And then you learn how to use those as an asset, use those skills as an asset. You'll get expert level recommendations for what to do next with those skills. And then you'll get to do our online assessment, proving that you're ready, you know your stuff. And so that comes in the form of a handbook. You get the audio modules, which is about 4 hours long. It's a $97 value. The handbook, it started out at $115. We had 134 pages, and that's a $5,000 value because it's a series of our inaugural trainings, those 8-hour trainings you heard mentioned. You're getting to tune in to those trainings via live stream of these previously recorded sessions and hearing other coaches get coached and see them coached. And that is very valuable. And so people have paid. This is the regular training fee of that $5,000 plus, but you get to be a fly on the wall, and that's worth over $3,000. And so you'll get all of this plus 20 of the most successful marketing hacks. I share that with you. You'll get to see my first $25,000 coaching program model in action to show you how money is really made as a life coach if you're really interested in charging people. And that's a $10,000 value, $9,997, what I just showed you worth of value. Of course, that's not how much my program is. All of this, what you see is downloadable. So you can use your laptop, your desktop, your phone, tablet, iPad, and it comes with all of that plus your digital copy that you see here with your name on it, certified life coach, and that lifetime access. And so the benefit of being accepted into the Black Woman Christian Life Coach Certification Self-Study System is that you get to wear your PJs to class. Nobody's going to judge you. You get to learn in your own environment in a way that's comfortable and convenient for you. And class is 24/7. So you can, you know, let the rest of your household sleep while you learn. Y'all heard Coach Shannon in the pre-show talk about that's what she did. She would get her tea, and that was her time to finish. And so you can start, stop, pick up where you left off without missing a beat. And you're never waiting on a specific training day or date. You are waiting for no one. You're not waiting on people to register for class or maybe the class being canceled. Because back in the day when I was teaching live, we would have to cancel classes depending on registration. But my favorite reason that people come and apply and join us is that you get to learn at your own speed, so you never feel left behind. And you get to accept that invitation into our online community of coaches that's waiting to welcome you. So the investment will soon be $2,497, which is actually it's going to $2,997. That's our regular price, but that's not what it is right now. Right now, it's only $1,997. We are offering that for the 1997 as a part of this current cohort. That is where I have already factored in a scholarship for you. So I sliced the price in almost half. And so you get it for $1,997. You don't have to apply for a scholarship. You don't have to wait on another grant to come through. That's all been factored in. We took it from our regular price down to this price, $1,997. And you get to be a part of the current cohort of the original 100. And yes, payment arrangements are available upon request. So you can just let me know you need payment arrangements. We can get that set up. And it comes with what I call my Black Woman Certified Life Coach Guarantee. So when you complete this Black Woman Life Coach certification training and implement the steps that are laid out for you, you're going to have the skills and the confidence to coach and convert those coaching conversations to client cash checks and credit cards. When you enroll today and you go through the training and you watch how your coaching skills is going to increase your knowledge and your relationship with your ability to help others in their life skyrocket, when it does, you're going to start seeing an increase in your money and how growing your life coaching company can work for you. So that's my guarantee to you. The day that you complete this online life coach certification training, you're going to have the exact life coaching skills and the tools you need to help you boost your confidence, secure your first coaching client, and get them to return and successfully make your first few $1,000s as a newly certified life coach. So yes, you can sign up for the 1997 and make your money right back. So my guarantee to you, because you are going to be coaching before you even graduate the program, is if you implement this system and you can verify that you did the steps, and if you don't at least get people interested and excited and asking more in what it's like to coach with you, asking more about your skills as a coach, if you can't get people interested using what I'm showing you how to do in this training, then I'm going to personally gift you a free coaching session, and that's valued at $600 for just 30 minutes of my time. We're going to walk through how to improve your results using what we call a coaching critique. And my guarantee is that if you implement my proven process and you can verify that you did those steps included, all of that guarantee comes when you enroll today. And you're going to watch how your Christ-led coaching skills and your knowledge all increases. It's going to increase your mindset because you're going to go through the self-study process, and it's going to grow your Christian-based life coaching company in a way that can work for you as a professionally trained, skilled, qualified Black woman Christian certified life coach. So that is my guarantee to you personally. And it comes with some bonuses here that include the book that I'm going to give to you. You don't have to go purchase it. It's included. The certification certificate is the digital copy. You also get access to our Ladies of Legacy private Christian coaching community. And then I'm sending you recommended resources that you get to do after the training or as the training goes on. I'm going to show you what professional coaching looks like. You get to sit in on a previously recorded session with me, the expert coach, with one of our future Black life coaches, Coach Shantae. You get a list of 88 different specializations to choose from as a certified life coach. And then you get to have the option of being added to our coaching directory. I'm also going to share one of my coaches' coaching directory for Black women coaches that you can use for free to market. So that's a bonus. And you're going to get the audio course. Remember I told you I was in the studio like a rapper? I'm sharing the audio version of one of the first books I wrote for coaches. So all of this comes as a bonus, and you get to see how you can make money as a coach. So who's ready? Because here is what I want you to do. If you're ready, to claim the current cohort, the original 100, for the $1,997, where the scholarship has already been factored into the price, then head over to www.blacklifecoachcertification.com. Again, www.blacklifecoachcertification.com. Let me type it in the chat, www.blacklifecoachcertification.com. Simply, oh, that went directly, direct message. Let me put it for everyone to see. Everyone in meeting, www.blacklifecoachcertification.com. I'm typing hard. Okay. Should be a clickable link. If not, just copy and paste it, put it in your browser, blacklifecoachcertification.com. Here's what it looks like when you get to blacklifecoachcertification.com. You're going to look for this emblem. That's our logo, our seal, our stamp of approval to show that you're on the right page. It says Black woman, Christian, Black coach, certification track. That's the right page, okay? And then when you scroll down, you're going to see now, we do leave it at what the price is going back to once the scholarship price is no longer available. The investment for this training is regularly $2,997. But and you get, year-long access with the version that you'll have. I actually just updated the version. So whoever signs up first get our very new updated version that none of our coaches have of the handbook. I just went and had it printed out like 2 days ago. And so I'm going to send you that copy. And so you keep it. It should say lifelong access, but you get a copy of that. So when you get to the site and you click register now, it's going to pop up our scholarship price. If you don't see that, let me know. I want to make sure you get it for the scholarship price because you hung out with me and you say to the end. So that price up here is going to change to $1,997 or $1,997. Just enter your information for PayPal, or you can click pay with the debit or credit card, and it should let you check out as a guest if you don't feel like fighting with PayPal, trying to remember your password, etc. But what I love with our partnership with PayPal is that PayPal credit is also an option. And I use that with one of my first coaching programs that I ever signed up for. And PayPal helped me pay for that coaching program because I got approved for PayPal credit. Now, I don't have a hand in the decision, but you can feel free to click it to see if you qualify. It's based on your credit and probably your PayPal account. I don't know. Click it, see if it qualifies, and it's possible you can get PayPal to loan you some money, if you will, to help you with what they call PayPal credit. If not, you can just simply, again, check out as a guest, or if you want to log into your PayPal account, check out with your PayPal account. All of that is feasible. If you need to pay another way, if you just absolutely hate PayPal, let me know, because we have Zelle and of course Cash App, and then other ways for me to make sure that you get the link to sign up. So again, www.blacklifecoachcertification.com, www.blacklifecoachcertification.com is where you should be. And now I want to open it up for some questions if you have them. Let me know. Let me click that one. Okay, because blacklifecoachcertification.com is where you're supposed to be. If you're ready to feel credible in the coaching space, if you want to feel accomplished, if you know that certificate is going to look good with your name and lights and your coaching number on it, you're going to get to be a part of our global coaching community. And so you can finally check off, that bucket list of, I did it, mama, I made it. I'm a certified life coach. So if you're hanging out, maybe you're typing blacklifecoachcertification.com, that's where you're supposed to be. But who here is joining us for the Black Woman Christian Life Coach Certification Self-Study System? And shouts out to all of you newly registered future Black Women Christian Certified Life Coaches. Talk to me in the comments. I know I'm telling y'all to do a couple things, but I need to know who is still with me. So do you have any questions or what? Let me know. I saw someone asked about the scholarship earlier. It's already been factored into the price. So that's how you apply. You just go pay the $1,997 and you qualify. And I can let our scholarship committee know that one of our scholarships have been claimed. Now they are limited. I forgot to say that part. Because our budget increases as we get approved for grants and things like that. So it's on a first to stay, first to pay basis. So if you say I'm signing up and you go ahead and sign up, then you get the scholarship. And if the button doesn't work, guess what? Congratulations, you get to invest in yourself at a higher level of the $2,997. So let's see, Dr. Jada, how can we do payment arrangements if we don't have the money? So when you do have the money, you can reach out for a conversation for how to set up the payment arrangement. And again, based on our scholarship budget, that goes into factors with the payment arrangements as well. And if we need to set up a private conversation, we can do that as well. So you don't have to put all your business out there. So you just let me know. You can send me a private message here as well to let me know you want to set up some time for us to chat. Are there any other questions? BlackLifeCoachCertification.com is where you should be if you're ready to claim some of those scholarship funds. Any other questions? Okay, I'm getting some private messages. Let's see. I don't know what I'm looking at. I feel like I'm squinting now. My eyes been in this light. So we usually do like a whole nother session of Q&A, but what I want to let you know is that, because of our limited time, number one, I invite you to take your next step at BlackLifeCoachCertification.com. Because non-certified coaches means that you're uncredible. It means that you could get sued. It means that you will always wonder if you're doing it right, or wonder, if someone would pay you to coach them, because you don't have any training. And so some clients, when they find out that you're not professionally trained, they may not trust you enough to work with you. Some people may not want to pay you, and you'll also find it hard to charge if you haven't invested in the skill to take that skill to the next level. You'll feel like you need permission to call yourself a coach. You'll tell other people that you're a coach, but then wonder, like, do they believe me? You'll find it hard to charge money for that skill and ultimately change lives. And so your lack of certification means a lack of status. It means a lack of accomplishment. It means feeling, wanting to feel accomplished, but you haven't been trained. And so you haven't seen your name in like the honor certificate. But certified coaches, that certificate looks good with your name on it and your coaching number on it. And you can finally check off certified life coach on your ever expanding list of things you always wanted to do. And you can finally say you did it. So if you've ever wondered where to start, who to trust, you've been looking for somebody who looks like you, who understands the struggle, you've been learning, and you want to be held accountable and have your learning style catered to, and you've been wondering, how much is certification, how long would it take, what's the commitment, what does the program cover, what's in it, because you've been researching, you've been following other coaches, you've been calling and emailing these training companies for more information, you can finally stop all that. Because I just taught you all that during our time together. Stop trying to coach on your own because something just don't feel right. Stop trying to copy and paste what you see other people do it, because that's just unethical and not right. Because if you could solve the problem of certification, you would feel accomplished. Because again, life coach certification, Black women Christian life coach certification, means that you have earned your status. You have been given permission to coach, and it allows you to confidently call yourself a coach and tell others about it, plus show them your skills. Life coach certification is an investment where you make your money back by finding a training that teaches you how to make your money back through marketing and sales and all of that to help your client to reimburse you. So that's why I will leave it for now. I thank you guys for hanging out. I'm happy to hang out longer to answer any questions you have about getting registered over at BlackLifeCoachCertification.com. I am happy to make sure that those of you who get registered tonight get a copy of your handbook in your inbox tonight. And for those of you who are joining us in the very near future, you'll definitely hear more from me in your inbox. So make sure you stay connected. It has been a plum-pleasing pleasure to be here. Are there any final questions before we go? If you have more questions, everybody here is connected to me via email. You can simply reply to the last email you got from me and send me your questions there. If you want to know about payment arrangements and joining us and if scholarship pricing is still available, reply to the email. Majority of you guys are connected with me either on LinkedIn or Facebook or some kind of way. If you're not, you should be. But those are all great ways to reach out to me, get your questions answered about joining us. But in the meantime, in between time, you should be over at blacklifecoachcertification.com. I would love to see you there. We got some fun stuff coming up for our coaches, like after parties. I'm answering questions and making sure you got what you need to get started. Are there any final questions before we go? I'm gonna take a couple steps and give y'all a minute to type. Any final questions before we go? Actually, I forgot we on Zoom. So if you want to come off mute and talk to me one-on-one, you can do that as well. Let me put my other headphone in. Anybody want to come off mute and ask their question and get it answered? You can. Let me see. You just gotta let me know. I can't even see y'all. I'm trying to be fancy. So just come off mute and ask the question if you have it. If not, we are going to wrap up. Let me count down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, listen, I want to leave you with my famous quote. I encourage you to remember that there is someone somewhere, and they are waiting on you to walk in your destiny so they can walk into theirs. Because it's when you impact one life as a future Black woman Christian certified life coach, you impact generations. If you're ready to impact generations, head over to www.blacklifecoachcertification.com, because when you let your light shine, you give others permission to do the same. I'm Dr. AJ Austin. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for the after party of learning how to become a professionally trained, skilled, qualified Black woman Christian certified life coach in our future Black Life Coaches Masterclass. Until we meet again, my friends, y'all have a phenomenal rest of your day. God bless. Bye, future Black woman Christian certified life coach.